my computer and you.
Good morning. Welcome.
Are we live?
It says it on this side.
Okay, there's a delay. Here we go. Now we're live. Hi, good morning. Here's the notification went out. Oh, you can't see anything.
We actually got a notification.
You can't see anything. We actually got. Ooh, yes.
Welcome.
Got a notification. Hi, everybody. In case there's anybody.
Thank you. And if you watch it on the replay, thank you even more. Trying to close out some things so I can actually maybe see what I'm doing here. Hopefully, I don't know.
B's first live stream. Yeah.
That's the okay. So from top chat to live chat. Okay. I think we're good. Good morning. So we're going to have a discussion this morning. I invited Chicago to come join me.
That was me for a hot minute. Okay. That was just me. Okay. Yes, we are.
It's been a minute since we had a live. No, I'm just kidding. It hasn't been that
You've
long.
never had one. It's the first one. You have to title it so.
This is my first. Welcome.
You look good.
One, I wanted you to be here as my friend. Two, I need someone to hold my hand.
Girl, I'm your girl.
Got that covered.
Yes. Support person. I'm here.
That one. I'm surprised my dog isn't here for a moment, but she'll be back, I'm sure, because she needs.
She will.
Oh,
Are you close to any Targets by any chance?
I do have a Target, but I like to shop at Kohl's. It's close by.
Do you think so? This might sound stupid. So we know that which one Walmart owns.
I don't like to go to
Sam's Club,
but I like Sam's Club.
Right. So does Costco own Target or vice versa?
Oh, I don't even know that. That's an interesting. I do know Walmart owns Sam's Club, or Sam's Club owns Walmart, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Costco.
His name was Sam Walmart, right?
Sam Walton.
Oh, was it Walmart?
Walton. From
His name was Walmart.
Arkansas, right above me.
I'm embarrassed. Okay. Not that embarrassed, but yeah. I don't know these things. But yeah, so on the docket today
like we're having a court case.
Yeah, it's just something.
I left the legal. Leaving the legal behind.
The Cheshire cat.
Oh, how cute.
Right?
Yeah.
Chloe.
I just have my hoodie on, all good. Nothing special.
You look comfy as anything, though. That's a good color for you.
Thank you. I don't typically yellow. I don't think is a good color for me, but
it looks beige. It's coming through as beige.
Oh, that's good. Gold. That makes it work better.
Oh, is it okay?
It's a light yellow.
No, it doesn't look pale yellow at all. I like it.
I told you she'd be back.
Get the baby up, and then we'll
start the discussion, shall we? All right, where do we want to begin? With maybe a little history, maybe.
Yes.
So we're going to discuss Ryan Upchurch and his mother, Patty Lynn Burgess.
Mm-hmm.
And they're having, I hesitate to call it online fodder, because this is their real life. This is a mother and a son going through some issues.
Family ending. This is really tragic.
It is. It very much is. Ryan's 31. His mom is 53. Not that.
No chance.
No. So,
she looks a lot young. You see, I can't gauge age.
She.
Wow.
So, for me, I don't know much about her history prior to Ryan bringing her onto the social media platform. They've done duets together. He's brought her on stage.
Sad.
So, but prior to that, the most I have is from Ryan himself, and he has said that they were in a trailer park, essentially, or all of them living in a trailer. And from my understanding, she has 4 sons. There's 3 brothers. And he and Austin are, to my knowledge, the adult children.
Okay.
They're adult age. And then there's 2 younger that are minors. Him and Austin are biological brothers from the same father.
Okay.
And then they have the 2 younger half brothers. And I'm not saying they consider themselves half brothers. I'm just giving the dynamics of how they fit in.
She remarried and had 2 more babies.
Yeah.
So there's a stepmother.
So apparently she's been he's out of the picture. No.
Okay.
But that, I'm just putting that in perspective as to give some distance between his biological father and family unit, that they have been parted for many years, to have these other 2 family in the middle of between then and now.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that it's not like they've been together last year and divorced or anything. So he wasn't technically around for many years, is the understanding from Ryan.
Okay.
So for him to come back in the picture recently is kind of where did he pop out of the woodwork from? Because he's not really been part of this picture. So how he just became.
What is that, Ronnie Upchurch?
Yes.
Oh, that's not Bio Dad.
No, Ronnie Upchurch is Bio Dad. But he's been out of the picture.
Okay.
So my understanding, and I may be wrong on ages, and I'm comment section, down below.
I got it. Right.
Come at us, come give us the details. I'm okay with it. No, I may be totally off, but give me this. But my understanding, there's a 16-year-old, so it's possible there's been at least 16 years or more between Ronnie Upchurch with the stepdad having the 2 small ones in between, small minors in between.
Okay.
To now. So 16 years at least.
Yeah.
Is
out of Ryan's own mouth. He's
pretty good age, gap to not be around for this situation.
Yeah.
To be now one of the key players, or maybe it's not a key player. What would you,
I think if you have your hands dirty and
if you're taking cookies out of his cookie jar,
that amount of money when you probably didn't put, I don't know, allegedly, in my conspiracy, my opinion.
Yeah. And disclaimer, none of this we know is fact.
Right.
It's just the way it's playing out. We're not sure who's telling the truth, who's lying. Ryan's coming off very credible in this situation.
Yes.
Patty's coming off very guilty sounding in her replies to people,
in my opinion, she's guilty AF. That's my opinion.
Deleting everything, the things that she said about, so that's.
Yeah, I'm going to need her to turn in her Lynn card. So knowing that I'm older than she is. Like, I'm a Lynn is a first name. So no, she's not entitled to be a Lynn anymore. She's getting kicked out of the club. She's persona non grata. Now she's going to need to turn in that card to me. Up that card, lady. She's bringing shame to the name Lynn. Loretta Lynn would be rolling. Loretta Lynn passed, right? Oh my God!
I don't make me Google today, because I'm not. This is not one of those we're gonna do showing things on screen and facts. And I have listed below. I have listed Ryan's response to his mother, where it shows his mother speaking, him replying, his mother speaking, him replying. I also listed another young man below, and I just find him entertaining and informative. And that's Rebel 45, and I have no connection to him. I did something. There's nothing. I just wanted, he has some good information on all the other little characters, the ones that have been Johnny Gobble and the ones that have been coming after Ryan on social media for some time.
That's some messed up stuff.
So there's a whole lot of information in his shorts that are quick and short to listen to, but it's their words, and then he talks back to him. So it's a reactionary type thing, but so it's just got some good, just click on him. And when I started watching him, it was probably, I don't know, like 4 days ago, maybe. It hadn't been that long, but he hadn't been around that long. And he had no subscribers. I mean, there were some, but I clicked back on and he's like, thank you for 1,000. And that was like within 24 hours.
Creek Squad.
And so then, but before he's like going to have 1,000 subscriber celebration, if you will. And before he could even do that, he'd hit 2,000. So I'm not sure where he's at today. I haven't looked, but he's climbing up the ranks there. So, but he's got some very good information. So
he's a very good common sense
and he's
kid.
entertaining he can use the voices and different things. So just check him out. But, so that's where I want you to get the information, not from him, but I mean,
from everybody.
It's fun to watch, but go find your own information. But finding the Patty Lynn stuff is kind of hard because she deleted everything.
She did. There are only 4 videos.
You can find it
yesterday. Oh yeah, because people have put it up and reacted to it.
They have it, but she deleted it, so she doesn't want it to. She's not claiming it, putting it out there like I said it.
A dirty deleter.
Yeah, so
she's a very dirty deleter. We know a few of those in this community.
So going back a little bit, and this kind of plays into today, Ryan, he's an independent artist. He hasn't signed with anybody, and he refuses to sign with anybody. And it seems he's doing pretty good with that scenario of not having to do that. But he had a girlfriend named Brianna, and they
going in the Wayback Machine.
The Wayback, and they had split up, and he never talked dirty on her. He didn't, nothing. And he went on, and there was other females and different things had went on in between. But the only reason I bring her up is because recently she's been brought into it. And that's just, I'm going to try and go down sort of in a timeline, but not really. We can go all over the place. You know us. But then he purchased Ghost Ranch. Was one of the biggest purchases I get, like home environment of his career purchases. He earned the money. He purchased.
He bought it for everybody. He was taking care of everybody,
so
right?
He moved all his family in. They all were living there. I even hate to bring this up, but she's still part of the next saga that keeps going on. Katie Noel. He started dating her. She is a lesbian. But at the time, I guess we thought she was bi, so whatever, they were together. But then they made a song together, one song, Hey Girl, Hey Boy. And things went south. And then she accused him of SA. And it kind of came out, this is my opinion, my words, what came out over time, it kind of came out that she regretted being with a man. She wasn't bisexual. She was a lesbian, and she regretted what she had done. And so she kind of had some feelings about that, and came off as he did something to her versus she participated in something. It's the way it came off. That is my opinion. That is not, don't come for me, please.
But can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Now, I was following that a lot, but didn't the bottom line is, yes, she had her regrets for, sleeping with him, leading him on and everything. But her accusation was they were asleep, and in his sleep, his hand went there. When you're asleep, you can't control your actions.
Yeah.
And couples normally spoon and they snuggle, and your hands have to go somewhere. But that was the accusation. Not that they had relations, not that they had slept together many times, that they were boyfriend. No, it was he was asleep and in his sleep he grabbed
rolled over and grabbed her, is mine, or like
right. He snuggled her and his hand went on her boobie.
Yeah, that's the understanding.
And that was it. That was, she even said it. That was it.
So that died down. I mean, that kind of went by the wayside, and she moved on and
apologized for running for trash.
So that kind of went away, and no big deal. And then he she had stayed with him at Ghost Ranch, is kind of where I'm trying to timeline some of the house living situation.
Yes.
With mom there downstairs, that it's a pretty big place. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was on a TV show, and I cannot remember the name of it, but it was on one of those families that have all the children and play music.
The Osmonds?
No.
The Partridge Family.
It's in Tennessee. Somebody help us here. Somebody help us here. But it's a religious family, and there's been accusations of it. That's a whole nother. But they
Duggars?
No, like the Duggars, but different. Like the Duggars, but a different family.
Musical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of. So there's a lot of rooms because they had a lot of kids, and so but anyway, so he was redoing the house for Katie because she didn't like the way the boards looked in the log cabin-ish part of it. And anyway, so it was a whole thing. And then when he split up with her and all that happened, he stayed there for a little bit, and then he started dating Taylor. And Taylor was, I guess, a high school-ish time that he knew her and came back around in his life, you know, when, like, from the past, not before Brianna kind of thing, and they hooked up and they got engaged even. But they moved, I want to say, I'm not trying to dox or do anything like that, but West Virginia, I believe, it may be Virginia. They moved to another state, the two of them, to start their life together after all this commotion with Katie.
Is this the latest girlfriend that he was with?
No.
Okay.
We're one off. We're still one off.
Okay. So not Steak and Potatoes girl.
So he moved out and was living in another state and left his family at Ghost Ranch to take care of, to keep living their life and doing their thing. And then from there, I don't know the exact states he went to, but back to Tennessee, I'm assuming, but there's been Gatlinburg and Nashville.
Okay.
And then he had a house built with Bethany, the one that he was with. Rumor is they're not together today. Rumor. Don't have any facts on that either. But they had a house built, and then he's also had said he's lived between Nashville and Gatlinburg. He's not in. We're going to just say Ghost Ranch, not name the city or nothing, but because that's his private residence area. People know where that's at. You can find that. But so he left his family there. He had not really, from what I can gather, had intentions to take it back from them, but the family started disintegrating. And apparently there were holidays and the baby shower incident that he was. You kind of picked up on that one.
Yeah, because he seemed like really upset, saying, now it makes sense why. He's like, all I wanted to do was have a bonfire and have my family over. He's like, but I didn't get invited to a baby shower. I haven't met my nephew. I haven't seen him. You guys kept me out of family functions. You discluded me. And so it's kind of adds to, okay, y'all are guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty. In my opinion, allegedly.
Our conspiracy.
Yes.
So with that, so there's been family alienation, as I guess we're gonna.
Yes.
And somewhere in there, I'm not sure if he found out about the houses first, or he wanted to come home to Ghost Ranch, but he asked his mother to leave at some point.
Was it after the drum or the music studio thing?
See, I haven't found the music. Explain the home music studio.
Okay, so he had said he was remodeling his music studio, and he called his mother, and he said, Mom, because he was sitting in the truck, as he was saying, where he found the cash trail to lead.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he said, I would be really hurt if what happened 6 weeks ago didn't happen. So I had to go look back to see what happened 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago, so he had bought his mother a house and he bought his brother's homes. Okay, but they were still at Ghost Ranch, but he bought them homes. So he was remodeling his studio at his new place. And he told his mom that he needed to rent a space to put all of his studio equipment in. while it was done. And she said, no, honey, just go put it in my house. My house is vacant. Okay, so he did. He listened to his mom. He put it all in there. And then he got a phone call later on that night. And it's a man saying, hi, Mr. Upchurch.
Why is your stuff in my house?
Yes, basically. And this was the house he bought for his mother. Well, his mother sold that house and didn't tell him. She said, put your stuff in there. Don't worry about it. All her belongings were still in there. So he wasn't alarmed. So when Ryan went over there to get his recording stuff, he realized, the man said, he goes, he's like, honestly, I thought it was too good to be true because it was sold as is. Allegedly, so this man says, okay, that it was sold with everything, with the contents. And so he's like, thank you for giving me my recording stuff back. And he's like, oh, well, what do you want to do about the car? And Ryan says, oh, what car? And he's gearhead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they take a walk and there is the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am, T-top, smoked out, eagle on the front in the garage. That was
He's a car guy. He would know if he had that car.
Everybody would know if he had that Trans Am. Are you kidding? It would be leaving rubber everywhere. Who our age doesn't want a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am with T-tops? You know what I mean? I had a silver Camaro with T-tops and it was it was a rally sport, but it's like all girls are, it's like being the Sally Field to the Burt Reynolds and put your, it's like no brainer. But so he found that out.
My mom dated a guy that had one of those cars one time. So
Lauren's godfather had one. Next best friend. Oh, he had
I
one.
remember.
Racing the streets of Chicago. Oh, yeah. Back in the day, that was a thing.
It was. Oh, I felt good going to school. Pick me up from school today.
Take them T-tops off. It's nice. Let the wind go through my hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So that had already happened to him.
And that's what got him on the trail of looking for the other. Yes. What else?
What else did he own? What else came out of Ryan Upchurch Enterprises?
Enterprise. Now, see, that's the part I kind of want to, because she's going to go on to say that I don't think she denies that it happened the way I took it. But then she says about Blue Moon Entertainment, which is the booking company, has nothing to do with Upchurch Entertainment. I mean, it has something to do with it. It's, of course, to book his gigs and stuff. Sell the
business created by the family to book only him. He's the only artist that was booked.
But the Upchurch Entertainment is my understanding where the
money came from.
Properties money came from to purchase those properties.
And it's a couple of $500,000 homes.
Yeah.
Not just one.
And he's very generous. That's the sad part. He's been very generous with fans, with his family, his mother, and
with his time, with his input, with everything.
I read a comment on one of his things, the one I watched 2 days ago, and that was
the little boy.
It said, "Thank you for visiting." No, not him. The one Ryan did with responding to his mom, doing the back and forth reaction to her video. And someone in the comment says, "You visited my grandfather when he was dying in the hospital. I just want to thank you." And it's like, I hear these things he'll stop at gas stations and
yes,
spend the time with these people. And so he's very generous financially of his time.
He's a good human.
Yeah. I mean,
oh yeah. Okay. So Ryan, you have an offer from us two ladies, and so 47 more need to apply because I'm speaking for Wisconsin too.
You can't do that.
I'm doing it. So we know we can't replace your mom, but we are moms. So we can only look at this from a place of moms. This is why
Chicago's got to be the mothering type no matter where she goes.
I will adopt me a whole passel of kids. So when you're in Illinois, I know you're going to be here in October, but if you ever come through Illinois, and you need a place just to duck it in. I'm not a rich woman. I don't have fancy nothing. But if you want to hide and have some home-cooked meals, let your girl up.
She's your girl.
I am mommy of the soul. I am supportive. I don't ask for nothing. I just want a mama. And B, she can be your Texas mama. And my best girlfriend, Sheila, who's in Wisconsin. So we have Wisconsin spoken for too.
So you're going to have to teach my husband how to play his guitar over there.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're not listening to Garth Brooks and Conway Twitty, my husband ain't interested. So there's that.
There's that.
Yeah, so we would like to be your...
You have surrogate mothers popping up all over the world.
Yes. And I'm sure there are 47 other women who are just as kind-hearted that, yes, we will emotionally support you. Mm-hmm. Okay, go on. Sorry.
I was trying. We missed Nicole Arbor in there because that was another. That was before. That was after Taylor, before Bethany in that time period.
That was only like a couple of days or a week. That was. She's bonkers.
She's absolutely bonkers.
She made her thing was
allegedly our conspiracy.
Okay, to say something like this, like, oh, what was it? She just hates fat people. She hates fat people, allegedly.
She's suing him currently, as far as I know. She's suing him because she did a line, or she says she wrote a line in one of his songs, and so she's suing him for her credit for that line.
Didn't that already get discharged?
I don't think so. I think it might still be on the table. The other part did. She has tried to get protective orders and
living in California,
abuse and charges, and all of that's been dismissed and put under the it's done. There's no.
Yeah, but she says fat people. The only problem with fat people is they don't know how to put the food down.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't care about hypothyroidism. She doesn't care about any isms or any medical conditions. No, your problem is you can't put the food down. You're fat because you're fat. And you know what? God cursed her. Karma came back around. She a big girl wearing tracksuits. That's all I'm going to say.
The COVID time get to her.
She didn't get that COVID 20. She got the COVID 70.
So, I forgot what was going with Nicole. So mom, Patty Lynn, her jobs were booking Ryan and selling tickets. And then, she does eBay thrifting, really selling eBay, Depop, Poshmark, that type of thing. She tried to show some receipts somewhere. It's been deleted. She tried to show receipts where she had like $4,000 deposits from her sales that she could buy her own house. That, and not saying she can't, but why can't she just say Ryan
$500,000 house
did this? So we'll see where that goes.
Times 2.
But in her statement, it made no sense. She was kind of all over the place. She says people are threatening her, and nobody threatened her. Nobody. Do
not threaten that old woman. Leave Agatha alone, in my opinion.
This is Ryan's cross to bear. He will handle it, I'm sure of it, however he sees fit.
We need to support him in this going through. Do not attack her. Let God be her judge.
And don't give her the satisfaction to say any of this stuff that Creek Squad is coming for her. It's a cult. They're threatening her life, and don't give her that satisfaction to be able to say
those are fans. Everybody has fans.
Yeah. Every
movie star, every singer, there are fans.
Mm-hmm.
He makes it feel more like a family. He's independent, so he calls everybody skins.
She used those terms herself.
Yes,
when she was promoting him, when she was going against Nicole Arbor, when she went against Katie Noel, she used those terms. So to now be backtracking and be like, these are horrible people. I listened to it. I'm Creek Squad again. How dare you? How dare you? I haven't threatened you. I haven't come for you. I haven't said anything to anything.
Woman, I don't know you. I want your Lynn card back, please. Anytime.
So to lump all these people into this category and then say that they're horrible people, no, they support his music.
Yes, they support your son, your way of life.
It's a way of life, and you've lived off of it finally to this moment,
You got out of the trailer park because of your son in Creek Squad, right?
There you go.
In my opinion.
In our conspiracy. So she's saying this is slander, that what Ryan's saying about her slander. She really didn't. She's never said Upchurch Entertainment did not purchase a home. She's never said that.
No, that hasn't come out.
That I didn't gift it to anybody. And that was something I caught on. She said, I didn't gift anybody a home. No, ma'am, you're being accused of selling somebody a home that you used his money to purchase to start with. So no
claim deed to hide it.
But to say, it's kind of these not
gray areas. It's
gray, very gray. I've never gifted anyone a home. I don't think she did. I think she sold it.
Yeah, technically, yes.
I don't know, but that's the. She attacked the Creek Squad. She said that she didn't gift it.
Mm-hmm.
She then, I think this just broke my heart. She apologized.
Yeah, girl, if I knew somebody named Patty, I'd revoke her freaking name. I swear on God.
She apologized to Katie. Now, hold on. She said, Katie, I know you did shady stuff, but you didn't deserve the hate you got online. If you accuse someone of SA when they didn't SA, then, you kind of get some backlash. You just do. It comes along with the territory. So why is the mother apologizing for her son having been accused and being...
She created an elaborate story, though. And, like, his person there was security everywhere. There's people.
They were in the house. Mom and family were in the downstairs.
Everyone was there, yes. He rolled over and that is what...
I'm not even... That's been settled, but why is Mom apologizing? Then, next line.
That you have your son. Oh my God. She admitted she was wrong and shouldn't have done it. Why are you apologizing to that woman?
Next line, Nicole Arbor, I'm sorry for the hate you received online. Now, if anybody, that woman deserved. I mean, she put her own self. I think that's part of her stick is to get.
Yes, that's her. That's on brand for Nicole Arbor. Yes, I used to like her until she became a fat phobe.
Why is the mother apologizing? Because she's mad at her son because he cut her off?
Mm-hmm. No, because he caught her. Because he caught them.
And she's still in the house. He asked her to leave 4 months ago, bought these other houses, did these other things, and she will not leave Ghost Ranch. Why?
He was over there and she destroyed it, his studio.
Yeah, I saw it. I just made no sense.
It hurt my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt my heart that
any
mother could do that. Even playing devil's advocate like you and I were trying to do for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let you continue. I'm not going to derail us.
No, go ahead.
So her saying, what was she saying? About hiding money from him? No.
Oh, I did it to protect you from you.
Yes. And then to protect her from him? No. Yeah.
She was protecting him from himself by doing the things that she did.
By buying and selling houses.
But the money didn't go back into his account.
Yes. Here's the other thing. Here's the thing that like really... So she had like an intervention with him, he said. And said that the money was low. And was he taking drugs? He's smoking reefer because it's legal, ma'am. It's not a gateway drug. He was buying chocolate milk. What is that stuff?
Skull, dip. Tobacco top.
Right. Product. So he was buying chocolate milk and dip, and she told him they were running out of money and asked if he was on drugs. That's called gaslighting 101. She was buying houses and cars. The fucking Trans Am.
who knows what else she was. I mean, that's just the
true.
big things,
Yeah.
Think about, was she funding all the children's?
Oh, hold on. Okay, I would understand that. Like if she would have, and that's the thing. Like he said, he asked, "Mom, do you need anything?" And she was always, "No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't need nothing." That was her response. "Mom, do you need anything?" "Yeah, honey, I'm good. I'm at $4,000. I don't need."
Stop.
I feel guilty if I take $200 gifts from my daughter. I feel hella guilty because I know I look at things at how much she gets paid per hour. And I feel guilty. It's like, okay, it's that many hours of her work to get me something expensive. And I'm like, I know, no. I know
from some of her. I don't know. I know from some of our discussions on parenting that we have different levels of, there's some things very similar, and there's some things that were just not, you would do something I wouldn't do, and I won't
right, and vice versa.
But so I kind of think that you might be the mom to take the responsibility and go to prison for somebody.
Yeah, I would.
For offspring. But
I would go to jail. I would catch a bullet for her. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one. I'll support them while they go through that process, but I'm not the one.
But then again, there's 15 years difference in the roughly. Let's just say a decade. Okay, let's maybe under it. So I've had Lauren a lot longer than you've had her. My baby's a lot older. So, but yeah, I absolutely would. But still.
But at what point would you do this to her on social media?
I would never slander her on social media.
No.
Never.
That I can't understand. That my mom brain can't wrap its head around how you can even okay, devil advocate, if he has a drug problem, if he has issues, what makes you put this on? Okay, and my understanding too is she's going to his, let's call it nemesis, the people who
yes, oh my God, let's talk about the art supplies,
that she's going to them and buddying up with them and siding with them on things, or funding them and
paying off his detractors.
Yeah. Why what mother does that?
I can't. That turkey boy, what his fucking name is, turkey
Johnny Gobble.
Johnny Gobble. Okay. No, there's a YouTuber named Turkey Tom that I just adore. He's a great young kid.
That's not him. We don't adore him.
No, Johnny fucking Gobble. Okay, first of all, if that's his last name, bro, $500 and you can change it on the internet. Okay, that name is like cancer. Sorry, in my opinion. But it was one of her friends said it, right? One of her friends said that she bought him art supplies
and stuff to make merchandise,
right? Because I saw, like, I love Ryan's UFO paintings, and I'm looking for that video, by the way. If you find it, he said he made the video to that UFO song.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I can't find the video to watch it.
It's been a long time. Not, well, I say a long time.
No, it should be like within the last month. It was supposed to be released, and I can't find it. Or 2 weeks ago.
It was before that.
I know, but
it's here somewhere. But I could have swore it was before that.
To get him from stop bad mouthing her son, she funded him to.
I don't think that was that to make him stop. I thought it was to keep him going. My hand fell asleep.
But why is she sending his money to his detractors and his haters? Why?
For any reason, for good or for bad. Wow.
Even if it's her own money that she made from thrifting, and because she buys like things of silver and things of gold, looking for, you can go to the thrift store and buy it for $7 and then, weigh it and get your magnet or do whatever you do. And so she'd keep her. I mean, I imagine that would take up 24 hours doing a bag of junk. Yeah. So I imagine that was enough but why didn't she come out with a merch line for her son? Why is there no merch? Why does Redneck Nation have it all? See, I know some things.
You're winning.
I'm a merch whore. I admit it. But it's like, why didn't she? There are so many ways to make money for her son.
Uh-huh.
That's not thrifting.
Promoting him. There's been a lull in the in his concerts, and I mean, sure he needs to take a break and stuff, but was that his doing or was that hers?
I don't know. I
Hey,
think all of this.
Melissa.
You know what I think? I think if it's possible. Hi, Melissa. How are you? I think if it's possible that derailed.
Why didn't she promote him? What, did he want a break?
Oh,
Why was he not being promoted?
So I'm thinking
Sorry, my camera's going off because there's people here at my home,
It's okay.
It's just that.
Maybe that's okay. I think that maybe if he started coming up and buying all that stuff, like the younger brothers could have felt entitled, in my opinion, and absolutely entitled. Oh no, yeah, I have an eye doctor appointment Friday. I forgot. Not going to this one either.
So do you think, but okay, it's one thing that he has been very generous, but is he entitled? Are they entitled to that?
No.
But now,
and she said that. Remember?
Yeah, and the new thing is now that the cars, the everything, gifting things and taking back. I've never seen him take anything back he's gifted someone. I saw him buy it back where they have sold it. They've taken a gift from him, sold it off. He gave it in the context of that they liked him. They wanted a piece of.
He did it for fans, not for his family. He met strangers and did nice things, and then they sold it. Yeah.
Yeah, but he did it for his family too. They've sold the things that he's given them.
Why would you do that? That's so scummy.
I don't know.
That's not even an opinion. It's scummy.
It's very much so.
It's immoral. It's bad.
Dogs are talking to me over here. Sorry. I was like, what?
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't really understand it, but
why would you do your child that way? Why? What could your child have done? So you're upset because you got caught embezzling?
I can be absolutely upset with my child. I don't think that's an argument but to go after them on social media or to make this scenario that, okay, so there was a video that's been deleted and she said, look what he's done. Look what he's done because he's on Adderall. And it shows a busted windshield to the car in the driveway. It's his car, first of all.
But it makes absolute sense why he did it. He said why he did it.
I'm sorry, something's showing up on my screen. I don't know why. Because he was 16 and didn't want to drive him without a driver's license.
He has no driving license, no insurance, and he should not be behind the wheel of the car.
What would make you put that online?
That's a family thing, but she just seems like garbage.
She's losing the control. She's losing the materialistic items. She's losing it. That's my opinion. Why else would you go that extreme and put your child out there like that? He's an adult. He's 31, but it's still her child. At the end of the day, that is her son.
He's still a baby. I don't care. He's still a baby. And you don't do that to your kids. You don't.
And now she's saying that the brothers wrote songs for him. And they deserve their royalties and recognition. And he's like, never have they written a song. So word for word,
I said I'd pay $500 for when his brothers write a song for me. Just a little ditty.
His word against her word, but whose word's right and what's the end of the.
So was he on Insta where he's just writing song after song in Gatlinburg?
I think it was on Instagram, yeah. Where he did like 5 songs like in 10 minutes.
So I commented under it. I'm like, I see your brothers hiding under the desk.
Did you really?
Yes, because we know those brothers wrote those songs, right? So we know all 3 of them are hiding under the desk. I'm just a facetious little woman sometimes.
No.
I don't understand bad parents. I don't.
I mean,
okay. I don't understand why you would do so on all other levels until this came out. It looked like she was a supportive, wonderful mother, right?
Absolutely. No, she was like
performed together. She was pitbull mama.
She was pitbull mom. She was, look at my son. When you walked into he had portraits done where him and her standing in like a daisy field. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know the flower myself, but just
a field of daisies.
And he had portraits done. They were the main focus of the home. There was obviously, he put her on a pedestal. He wanted the best for her out of coming from where they had grown up and being what he says in a trailer. And I think he said 2-bedroom trailer. And that would be with the 5 of them, 4 sons and mom.
Yeah. So there'd be 4 kids in one room.
To then give them all their own space and all their own vehicles and to do all these things that put them in
the lottery. Except there was a whole bunch of hard work involved.
A lot. And I mean, they could help him. I'm not saying that there was no, support.
Right. I'm not saying that either. It's just that it's her. She's the mother. And when you realize that there's other kids involved, how has she mind screwed them? Or how has she brainwashed them to go along? Did she brainwash them? I don't know. Did she? Why are they not taking?
No, they're not saying. To my knowledge, I haven't heard one of them come forward and say my brother's a piece of shit. I haven't heard it.
Right.
Or he's done this, or he's on. And he's not without controversy. I mean, I don't want to go without saying that too, because he has definitely caused controversy.
Yes.
It's kind of his thing. In his own bio, he has comedian in there, and people's different sense of humor can be different ways. So maybe he's not being haha funny, but he does things that pulls.
He is a comical genius. I saw that commercial he did down at the Walmart at 3:00 in the morning where he was working for Channel 69 and he was interviewed. He had the perfect voice. He was interviewing that guy at Walmart with a cowboy hat on and the Marlboros, and he's like, just saw a UFO over there. And he had that high beam flash. I died. I was laughing so hard at that commercial. I put it on save so I could send it to you so you could see it. It was funny. It was produced like he was a news anchor.
Mm-hmm.
It was hysterical.
He's a man.
It was funny. He is funny. But I think maybe when you're an independent artist, because I don't know any.
I do, but I follow a band out of Gainesville, Florida, and they had refused to sign with anybody. And Sister Hazel.
I know that name.
Listen to him sometime. But
I know her name, Sister Hazel.
They do things and run their own. They have rock boats where they get all the musicians on one boat and take cruises and just
that's cool. That's cool.
They used to do.
So I would imagine any kind, especially now in the time of social media, that how other people would have to hire record companies and management companies and stuff. You can self-promote yourself now. There's no need.
He's got 3 million plus followers. I mean, it's not like people don't know when he produces something new or support him. He's got plenty of, in my opinion, he's got plenty of support. So I don't see where he needs to sign with somebody. But he's also been with the likes of Morgan Wallen. He was an independent first, and he went ahead and signed. And they do go a step above him per se in the mainstream. But I don't think he needs the mainstream. So I don't think that's really his goal to be mainstream. Jelly Roll.
I don't know any of them people. I do know that he put up there. I don't know who Jelly Roll is. Don't know that person, but I do know Kid Rock. And he did put a short up there saying he's got good news. And there was Kid Rock standing there with Jelly Roll and someone else, and maybe him. And Kid Rock is big on like Yellow Wolf. I'm sorry, Tattoo Boy, but you was nothing before you got discovered. Okay, so independent that. Okay, in my opinion. Yeah. So stop shitting on other people who are just like you, who came up the same way. It's like, I have red on my neck because it's just so cathartic and it's the opposite day. Shut up, bro.
Yellow Boy was just Yellow Wolf was just with the drunken Bam Margera this past week.
Yes. Yeah. So I was a fan, was many years ago. I listened to him, and I want to say it's when Eminem brought him on the scene. Mm-hmm. Unless I have him confused with somebody totally different, which is quite possible.
Anything's possible with you and your brain.
So if Eminem did not bring up Yellow Wolf, then no, I never knew you.
He's probably,
because I know there's 2 Detroit blondes. One of them's Kid Rock, one of them's Marshall Mathers. So that's for the Detroit blondes. And yeah, so
his mom made me
sick. His mom made me sick. His mom gave me 5 brothers.
Definitely.
Why would you do that to your kid?
As a mom, I cannot fathom saying
what did he do to her
about my child.
What could possibly
be? That's one thing. Even if they were true, at what level do you think it's good to go to social media and ruin his career
when he's taking care of you?
That's what's supporting everybody.
And I'm sorry, showing receipts for $4,000.
No.
When you have 2 littles to take care of. Well, okay, well, now she has money, in my opinion, allegedly, for selling houses, quit claim deeds.
But I can't sell your house. I mean, come on, and pocket the money. I mean, how does that work?
She did, in a shady way.
Can I sell my neighbor's house? Just say, like me selling my neighbor's house. I mean, I get that that's her son, so she had access to funds, but it's not. It's embezzlement. It's theft. It's a whole lot of things. Forgery had to go on somewhere along the way.
Yes.
If this is all true and went down, there's a lot of
people involved
and did shady things. Imagine the instability in him he can't trust anybody.
If you can't trust your mother, I mean,
the reason I wanted to bring that back up, the reason I brought up Brianna anyway, because she was first as far as I'm concerned but he said so when they were younger, they were young, pretty, they were adult, but young, because he's 30 now, but that Brianna was cooking dinners for him and stuff.
Oh yeah, and his mama said I saw her cheating and driving. Yes, her mother deep six that relationship.
His mother.
Whose mother did I say?
Her. He said her mother. His mother was throwing the dinners out and making it as she wasn't doing anything and didn't love him, didn't care for him.
And his mama saw it. And if you can't believe that your mama has your best interest at heart, saying that, it's like, woman, you should want your kids to be happy.
And then his words, or that house that he showed on Instagram, was a house that Brianna had wanted while they were a couple. That's just like diabolical. Who does that?
Oh, I just thought of something disgusting.
Is it worth saying?
Is there such a thing as a reverse Oedipus complex?
It's possible. I mean, anything's possible. I'm not going to, everything's open for discussion. It could be, but I don't want to go.
That, because who does that? Spurned lovers and spurned ex-wives.
Yeah.
Who does that kind of behavior? Not mothers.
No.
Mothers, never mothers. They shouldn't. But who does that? Pissed off wives. Ex-wives, ex-girl, you know what I mean? If you have access to something,
I understand what you're saying. I mean,
I'm going to burn it to the ground.
There's no way. It's a plausible possibility. There's no explanation. It added to the list of could be. There's.
It just dawned on me. It's like
jealousy.
Yeah. What would cause a mom to do that? Nothing. Unless you didn't feel like a mom. Or if you didn't.
Let's see. So he's 31. She's 50. So she was 22. My math's not right on. But 22 when she had, I'm not saying like a teen pregnancy type of thing, but.
Okay. And then she had a brother, the brother before that.
Well, I don't know. I thought Austin was.
I don't know. You know the kid. So is he so Ryan's the oldest?
We're close, but I thought Ryan was the oldest. Maybe Austin. Okay. I'm not positive.
I have no idea. I didn't even know.
Another one for you to tell us down there because we don't know. There's so many people that have the deets on him that, they'll fill us in, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll come out.
Is there in the psychiatric community something the opposite of Oedipus complex? Let us know in the details. Not in the details, in the comment section below. Because I don't know. I'm just thinking with all things being even, and there has to be good to be, or love to have hate and good to have evil. There's always got to be an opposite.
There's always true. Just always. The fact that, and I mean that I guess because we brought up the house and
that's what clinched it. That's what made it click in my mind.
Previous lover,
Mr. Claudia. Nick's sneezing. Sorry.
So we did bring that up, but is it because?
But for that specific house, that's the house him and her wanted to buy. They were going to settle down in that home.
But did you get he was, or that maybe that
he said they?
I know, but Brianna, I get the idea that Brianna told him that's the house I wanted, not that he knew that. I don't know. I kind of didn't pick up on. He knew it was the house that Brianna and Mom talked about the house.
I think that. Boys being boys, he probably, and it being several relationships ago, and when they hurt him,
it wasn't.
He didn't remember. He didn't remember it until he was standing in front of it, and she is like, "Hello, Ryan. It's Brianna. The fuck your mama buy my house for? I wanted that house for us, bitch." Click.
Well, okay.
Like that.
And then we
Sorry.
go back. No, then we're bringing past people back. So now supposedly Dad's involved, bio dad Ronnie Upchurch, not Mom's second husband, whatever.
Right.
But he's back in the picture as being a name on these sales papers, as involved in these purchases and sales.
Yes, which is suspicious.
What makes? Because for impression I got from things was that they had a volatile relationship, or that Dad was a piece of shit, and that's just their words that I took over time of watching them. Not in this time of going back and looking.
We don't know Ronnie Upchurch. We don't know any Upchurches.
But from their perspective, that's what
This is what was inferred.
I heard, and so now how is he connected with Mom again? In at least the capacity to be taken from Ryan,
because he's probably the last. I mean, think about it. He's the last person probably on Ryan's mind that would have anything to do with this. So imagine the list he had to go through with that homeowner to see who he had in common.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that list must have been long, because his daddy's right at the bottom.
Hello.
Hold. Oh, hola. I don't have my glasses on. Hello.
Hola is hello in Spanish.
I thought he said hold. I thought he was going to tell me, no, he broke the case. But so imagine that list. It's pretty long. And to come to Ronnie all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I mean, it was a blessing, like with Patricia, that the house she had with all her stuff in it, that they knew who he was and called him and said, "Mr. Upchurch, you want to come get your recording studio stuff out of here?" And that was a blessing, because
how would they know to call him?
He was a fan.
No. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It had to be, all these things had to be in the names of the titles and the deeds.
Right. So the man who bought the one who bought the 6 weeks prior incident, from what Ryan said, from what I inferred, is this man knew who Ryan Upchurch was. And he thought something was strange because it came furnished with everything in it, including that Trans Am, including that Pontiac. Do they even make Pontiacs anymore? The fuck? Really? Patricia? Give me that Lynn card. Like, the more I talk, the more I want that Lynn card.
Give him the Lynn card.
Dare call yourself Lynn. I revoke your ability. I denounce you. No, I do something. I invoke the name of Lynn's because I'm older than her.
So then Mom comes on and says, do you know how many Upchurches and Burgesses there are in Tennessee?
10,000? 14?
I never looked up the number, but how many of them have Upchurch Entertainment tied to them is what I want to know.
That's the thing. How many got paid for with the funds with the check that said Upchurch Entertainment?
There could be people with those names, but do they have Upchurch Entertainment tied to their name?
Okay. And here's the other thing I'm going to point out. So Ryan did say, he's like, yes, I put the ticket sale company in your, because she's like, it's my company. I'm like,
Blue Moon Entertainment.
Yes. So I would like her to please show me where she went to business school or where she has anything. That's a smile. I don't think she has the education for this, because what he said was, really, Mom, you couldn't pay the taxes, the land taxes, the taxes on the, he made all the appointments, and she never showed
taxes. It seems
I don't know what any of that means.
It's a Tennessee thing. All of his taxes, his land taxes, his entertainment taxes, everything has not been paid.
Right. She didn't pay it.
No.
And that's the thing. So if she's writing checks, anything like,
they are now, because Brandon went back in and fixed everything. And
I don't know what Brandon is.
It's the other partner to the Blue. So on the Blue Moon Entertainment is
she said it was her alone at first, but then she's like, Brandon wrote checks for me.
So he's an administrator. Brandon's an administrator. So when all this went down and he found out all of his taxes hadn't been paid, then Brandon went back in as the administrator and found the numbers and put the pieces together to get it to the tax man to get the stuff taken care of, because you know what happens when you don't pay your taxes, because then he was going to have a whole nother issue.
Yeah, the government's going to come after him. It's going to be Willie Nelson time.
And she said that's all hers. So I guess if the taxes aren't paid on Blue Moon Entertainment, we can just leave those alone.
Yeah, let her go do some time in a Fed, right?
Don't have to worry about paying those taxes because those are hers, remember?
So here's the thing. So maybe it's different for businesses, because like, do you remember my bright idea about going to pay cash for my car?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're like, anything over $10,000, you have to report it to the IRS, blah, 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 blah. So I made it like 2 checks to pay the car outright. So I could avoid, no, actually it came out to 3 because it did. Because the IRS doesn't need to get involved in, your savings account. It's like, they don't. But $500,000.
So that was for a car, but we had recently discussed moving back to the country, and we were looking at stuff, and our realtor at that
point, Texas, that's the country.
We're in the city. So the realtor had said we would have to, and not that it's a big deal, but that you can't just put earnest money down or a down payment, 20%. You can't put money down on a home anymore without you have to show paper trail after paper trail of where it came from, how you got it, what bank account it came to and from. And so how all this went down without all this proof is another thing, because we're just talking a couple, well, not more than a couple thousand.
Yeah, you know what? But that's for financing. They want that paper trail for financing. But if she paid for it cash, which it sounds like she did, to sell it outright.
No, we had this, but we had.
Oh, okay, never mind. I got you. No, I got you. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it.
So it was a large amount of money.
Okay, yeah. But it's like, she had to have help. And if she was going to his enemies like that turkey, no, I'm not going to call him because he ain't. He's a peahen. He's not a peahen.
Johnny Gobble, would you stop?
I don't. Why is that a thing? Why? Just
gobbles. Just let him gobble. I don't know. It's not our thing.
I can't because I feel like I'm losing IQ points when I say the name. I think that's what it is.
You probably are.
It makes me feel so. You'll test me after the stream, and we'll see if I lose IQ points because
it's all because of Johnny Gobble. I got you.
You better send me some merch so I can set it on fire. Feed my daughter's fireplace.
Go ahead and get you some Upchurch merch and just wear it and forget setting it on fire.
There you go. she's I can't. Okay, so playing devil's advocate. How do we play devil's advocate this? As a mother, how do you do this to your child? As a mother, how do you put this kind of mental stress? How do you, as a mother, how can you
as a mother, I can see being angry. I can see turning my back if something, depending on circumstances. I'm not saying on this situation, but there's, I can see walking away, but not doing these dirty deeds and putting things out on the internet. And
but what would he have had to do to have made it, to make her do that? Imagine the length.
Okay.
What would your child have to do to you?
I see that's hard because I can't, but let's just to try to, would you
honestly, there's nothing.
Cutting her off, putting you in a position to think you're not going to get any more dips in the bucket,
But he didn't know about that until he realized she sold the house he bought her for cash outright. He didn't know about that. Then everything else started coming to light.
I think something happened.
See, Laura bought me this and I felt guilty. So
I don't think it was as major as what we're seeing now, but I think something happened, like him saying he felt excluded, him saying, I think that was over time. That wasn't just when the house was found out. I think all of this made him look for why is this happening to me? But I think there was this exile that they were cutting him off, but yet they were all still living in his ranch. So I think that made him go looking for all the stuff that caused this. But
that's what, he had said that. He said
something happened. Maybe, so it still goes back to her, but maybe she was doing these things and had to keep that arm's length, stay out of the picture so you don't see what's happening.
Because it seemed like she wanted to believe the lies she was telling.
But she couldn't keep it straight. If you watch it, she doesn't really even finish a lie. Because she said, I didn't gift anyone a house. Nobody said you gifted. See, that's where. So on the one, she didn't sell, is my understanding. There's one house that has a friend of hers living in it that she quit claimed it over to the friend, but I don't think it was sold.
And was hiding it from Ryan for Ryan's own good.
Yes, but then the second house was sold.
Right.
The third house too goes her house, but that he knew.
Yes,
he knew about that. But I think
he didn't know about that until the fact that she told him, "Oh, honey, store your stuff at my house." She didn't think he would find out. You just sold
you lose all of your materials as a musician. When you lose your equipment, what are you?
You're not a musician.
So how could you take the one thing that meant the most? And truly, I think, honestly, I don't know him, but my personal
diabolical, isn't it?
That's my personal opinion is he would give up his music for his family under good circumstances. Not for this, but she was kicking him to the side and taking his musical ability,
to make money, and trying to emotionally cripple him, mentally cripple him.
Mm-hmm.
That's unforgivable. How do you come back from that? What
I mean, they mend this relationship?
Well, yeah. Are the rumors online true? I started going down bunny holes. And there are some people out there that might have put out videos that perhaps indicated that her and the peahen
have
relations.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to get the goods on Ryan. I don't know why he hates Ryan. I don't know what he does for a living. I don't know if he's another singer or if he's just some weird fan. I don't know what he does.
He does some singing, but it's more
he did this stupid Rocky thing. He was running, he's out of breath, he's got a cigarette in his mouth, and he's got the sweat jacket. And if you're old enough to remember Rocky, you know, that running with the dog when he was through the streets of Philadelphia, and then he climbed the stairs and he's like, yeah, ow.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. So you can't let drugs like that.
Did that with his dog, and he was celebrating something. And if I knew the timeline, because she's Dirty Delete girl, Patricia is a Dirty Delete girl. We probably could have tracked it back to something where he felt he won, and it was enough to
celebrate the win. I got you.
Yes. Yeah. Celebrate, like, in your face, bro.
I sure hope that those are just rumors and that she's really not romantically. Well, I wouldn't even be romantic. Having conjugal visits with his enemy.
Yes, I saw some out of her own mouth. Like I said, she had a blonde woman in the passenger seat.
Her friend, yeah.
And she's just like, it's like this. Oh yeah. Oh hi, peahen. Thank you. Oh yes. And this one's for you. Whatever it was definitely flirting into the phone. I imagine somebody was on it. She was on it like this, and I saw it.
It made appearances. If
I know how to flirt, low female, and it was like, I understand she's single and she does not look her age, and I don't think she has the mentality of her age.
Yeah.
Just based on her behavior, because I don't behave properly either. So you know,
what's proper? That's a whole nother ballgame.
Exactly. I'm redefining what it is.
There's okay. Well,
real quick, I realize why Elon Musk won't talk to me, and I have to go back and fix it. I'm just saying, I've been calling him a girl.
I can't believe you're trying to talk to Elon Musk.
I've been trying for a long time. Elon Musk is like my soul son.
Okay.
But I love his mama too. His dad's like a little out there, but yeah, Elon is like, he's the bro. He is the bro.
You didn't quit calling him girl. That might help.
I know. I have to go through all my tweets for the last 10 years.
Why did you call him girl?
Because I'm special needs.
I mean, what even, bro, I get. And I hear.
No, it's Japanese honorifics sometimes confuse me. And I don't know how I had it in my head to call him Elon-chan. That's what you call a woman, a girl. Kun is the honorific for a man. So it should have been Elon Kun, not Elon-chan. And I refer to him every time. I'm like, dear Elon-chan. And he's probably like, okay, woman calling me a girl. So I need to apologize to Elon Musk.
We're going to have a discussion about this. I think
it was bad. I have to fix it. Okay, so how do you come back from this? So how is she going to be able to come back from this, do you think?
I think he's very forgiving, but golly, this is a whole lot to digest and to forgive. I can see it happening, but how do you sit down and okay, maybe if she fessed up, not saying internet wise, if she sat down with him at the table and said, I am sorry. I don't know what came over me. It was easy. It seemed easy to just do these things and not, I don't know why. I don't know. I don't, but to sit to this double down, these people, everybody's always double down, and no matter what community we're in, who we're talking about, it's always no double down, and then you get caught in it, and you could have just saved it the first go around.
Yeah.
So coming online and saying the things that she has said and calling him a drug addict and trying to
he smokes pot and does
sway the opinion to where it takes some of the responsibility off of her.
And then delete it. But thank God there's enough people out there that caught it while it was being done in the moment and they responded. Yeah. So her words are out there.
So I don't think that was the right way to go about that, but so
I don't either.
It's the path she chose, but then she's going to have to get back on the path of admitting to whatever she's done.
Or does she?
To make it right with him, to make it right when you think you'd have to?
Yeah. Again, please don't harass Patricia. I will get the link card from her. That will happen. She's not allowed to be called Lynn within my earshot. She is Patricia. So, Patricia, here's the thing, though. She can come and tell him that. But, so imagine it was done to you. You're kicked out of the family. I mean, I'm revoking her Lynn name card as the senior one. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Oh, my God. Happy birthday to her, Curls. Happy birthday.
It's not on my thing yet. Hi, Curls. Oh, that's...
Happy Bears Day.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to her. Have a good lunch. Honey, there's a bad storm coming in. Be careful, okay? Be very, very careful. There's a bad winter storm coming. Drive safely. It's going to hit her before it hits me.
Thanks for coming in and saying hello regardless, but have a great time.
Oh, good, good. Maybe you can answer some of the questions we have.
We have mom issues.
Yeah, we're having mom issues. We don't have issues. We have subscriptions. Yes, it's very interesting. We could do this again, and Curls, you could come up too. Yes.
Yes, you could.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, but and here's the other thing. Because she puts an apology, if she put an apology out there, it doesn't mean that it has to be accepted. The winds are crazy. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of snow coming, honey. A lot of snow. And there's already black ice. So please be careful. I am. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to the eye doctor. I already decided. But I will. I'll be careful too, sweetie.
That's the second time this week you've canceled that eye doctor.
Facts.
Probably shouldn't put your business online, but
I enjoy being blind.
Sorry, apologize.
It's just these glasses are heavy. They're heavy, and I need to figure out why they reflect the way they do. So I'd rather be blind. No, I wouldn't. I'm lying.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh my God, girl. You see?
That would be awesome.
Yes. Yes. I'm sure we'll see what the comments, and I'm sure you'll do this again because we need some answers.
We're just working through some of the what's happening.
Should have did. Why didn't we invite Patricia?
She's on a media. Right. Yeah, she's deleted everything. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to reach her through Blue Moon Entertainment. It's her company.
I would hope that he made a brand new company and fired everybody up the chain, and let's see Patricia work with anybody else, like maybe Peahen, book him, pay taxes. I think it's hers in name only. That's my belief. And my allegation, no, not my allegation. My conspiracy theory is he wanted to keep it in the family to get paychecks written for it to trickle down, like most millionaires do. You keep it in the family. You don't hire out when you can hire your friends or your parents. You know what I mean? I think it's not a shell corporation. It's not. It's
No.
a corporation.
It was definitely used and intended for what it was intended to. But
Right.
if she didn't take the funds that came into that account and pay the business expenses for that account first, that's a problem.
So I think he created a company, and she probably maybe drinks that beer and decided to, or I think Blue Moon beer should go after her for pitching the name.
I didn't put that on there until you just said it. I got you. Yeah.
Isn't that treason? No, it's not treason.
It's embezzlement.
No, her using that name.
It's
not treason.
It's a copyright. I don't know.
Yeah. It's treason. Walk the plank.
Trying to get your words sometimes is like a whole game in itself.
Oh my God, Webster's, where are you?
Yes, the word Lynn's trying to say. Sorry, Chicago.
Nate.
Hey,
hi, Wildflower Tea. Hi, how are you?
We're over here trying to have a discussion that we're just bouncing around ideas on how a mother can speak on their son
so horribly and violently.
Horribly, no matter what they do. We're not totally defending Ryan Upchurch.
If he was a murderer or something, you could call him a filthy murderer. Like,
true.
But you know who didn't do that? Jodi Arias's parents. Okay,
I can't control her half the time. I'm sorry.
Tornado's going to go through Florida and,
just popping in. Oh, I appreciate you because this is my very first one, and I had to have Chicago come hold my hand. And
I'm not holding your hand. I'm being a co-host.
My co-host over here, but I needed someone to hold my hand. That's our secret. But I appreciate you coming by. I really do. It means the world to me. Yeah. Love me some Wildflower Tea. She wasn't Wildflower Tea when I started with her, so
you're an oldie. Rub it in. Flexing. Right? Okay, as a mother, could you?
That's our problem. We can't figure out how bad our child would have to act or do for us to go on the internet and say some of the things that's been said.
Are we sure that that's his mother, though?
Yes, it's his mother.
Okay. I'm thinking.
No, I've been following him a long enough time that when
I'm thinking maybe it's a
they were together. It was his mother.
Yeah. Okay.
It's his mother.
But even that isn't. You don't do that. Like if she thought that wasn't her son.
And then now our next dilemma, we're trying to figure out how would you patch this up? How would you put it back together, saying that all that's happened?
Supporting the people who tried to ruin him. And like he said, you stood behind me going to court, rubbing my back, saying
I do that to my child, no matter the situation. If I'm being exact, that's where we're
all on that same page too.
We're trying to come up with, woulda, coulda, if'a, maybes. We're not making it. Yeah. We're not making it. We're still stuck. We're trying to play devil's advocate on some things, but it always comes back to how could you?
Exactly. There's no advocating. There is. And the pain it caused him. Like he said, she was there supporting him in court, rubbing his back. And I can see that as a mother. Honey, it'll be fine. It'll work out. You didn't do anything wrong. That's what you're supposed to do. And then same people who cause such distress and financial heartache and everything else.
Hey, Shiva.
You're gonna do that too?
I don't know if it's possible to patch up, to be honest. Ryan does and says things I disagree with. Exactly. We're also on that. We want to make that clear. That, it's all the time. And there's just no excuse for his mama to. Yes, I wanted to make it very clear that Ryan has been controversial.
Yes, he is. And he says
himself and has said things that we don't agree with. And mostly in the
Kylie
Rodney and with Icke Mel and just in that situation, the sad part is I can see where his brain went with that.
I'm sorry, that Ukrainian woman, I have a problem with her being married to a Ukrainian man and having a Ukrainian daughter. She's typical, my opinion. I'm just going to leave it like that. And people who know people who.
So we're not saying that he's
you're typical. Girl, you are typical.
This is just based on recent
right
things with his business. I guess what we're going to call embezzlement. We don't know that there's any charges or anything like that and coming pending, whatever.
And the guilt of sending your mom to jail.
Yeah, true.
But I think once the authorities get involved, I don't think he can do anything. If he has to do it.
Same. I can see where his thought process was, but we can't just go around willy-nilly making big claims like that, no matter your following size. True.
Agreed.
Very true. We totally agree with that. There's no
150% yes. And then I'm trying to think, does she think?
I'm just shocked about all of it. His own. That's where we are today. Where I mean,
I was asking, is it really his mom?
Yes, it's his mom.
Okay. I mean,
that is his mom.
Okay.
It's his mom.
Prove it.
Well, I'm not going to go back that far.
No.
It's his mom.
No, she's just. Oh, and Wildflower, we're offering to be emotional step-in moms for each state. So if he ever needs support of a mom.
She's volunteering everybody. You're close by, though.
Yeah. Oh, or if you're in the same state, sorry. Yeah. It's going to be.
Close by.
They did. Yeah. So opposite Oedipus. That's the only thing I can think of.
And they've had such a true. That's what I was explaining earlier, is that, he adored her. They had photo shoots. She sang with him. She was on tour with him, went on stage with him. I mean, it's to see what we were presenting.
The quicksand she walked on. No, I didn't mean to say that.
Down to this level is just like shocking.
Yeah.
I guess greed, though. I mean, or not greed.
Yes, greed. Yes.
Is it greed? I mean,
yes.
When it's easy to take something.
Oh my God, really?
What a miss.
She's gonna throw her head in to be a support mama. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes. Money makes people do the craziest things. But how do you do that to your own children? That's where, I 100% agree with you. 100%. Money makes you do crazy things. But then how do you do it to your own child? And then double down that you're on drugs, or you're crazy, you're the problem. I did it to protect you from yourself. I mean, the things that have come out and have been said is just, but then she didn't protect it, because I don't have it word for word. Go watch the Ryan Upchurch video I have tagged in the thing, and it's him reacting to his mother.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, okay.
Support mom, even though technically it would be support sister.
Build them a family. That's what it is. A strong family of women.
Just use your mama heart. That's all we're asking for.
Yes.
We know you have the mama heart. So
absolutely.
You can be the sister. You can be the sister.
But man, it's like it is greed. Greed makes you do horrible things, right? I mean, think back in Roman times. Didn't people like kill nephews, killed uncles, and brothers killed brothers, and fathers? There's patricide, matricide. I think that's worse than stealing from.
She being the mama,
right?
Yeah, I do. I think
if you,
okay.
I guess if he had a chance to be killed by her or robbed from her, I'd take being robbed.
Why is that even a thing? I'm trying to think. So as a mom, and I think we've all had our kids at some point take quarters from our car, or take, $1 from our wallet, or want some chips at school lunch or something, and go behind our backs to spend our money, maybe in a way they shouldn't supposed, there. But what parent does that to their child?
Yeah, I feel too guilty taking anything from Lo, and that's just the way it is. I don't subscribe to that. I don't. And if she gave me a business to run on her behalf, I'm going to run that thing. I'm going to run it. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to run for the field goal. And I'm going to push that business to be the best it's been. And I'm going to do everything for my child who's supporting my other children's.
Exactly. It's a heartbreaking situation for sure. And I do hope he's genuinely okay, because I know he says he is, but I pray he really is, and have good people in his corner. And that too, doesn't it get to a point where, who do you trust? I mean, I know he has mentioned that he does have a couple recently, like in the past couple days, he's mentioned a couple names that he feels like he has people still in his corner, his best interest at heart. But after your own family does this, don't you then have so much?
You question everybody.
That you come in contact with.
Right. Everything.
What's your motive? What do you want from me? He even said that he's having a hard time with his fans and spending time with them and stuff, that where he would normally stop at a gas station or something and take all the pictures in the world and sign their baseball caps and maybe even give them one of his and stuff. But then he's even having trouble trusting them just because of what's happened.
See, I didn't realize his own family was selling that stuff on eBay. That's like, I'd have just smacked the snot out of him. If I had a famous relative and I got stuff and I sold it, I would expect that relative to cut me off. Like, say, what kind of dirtbag are you? If you needed that money, why didn't you just ask me for it? And especially if I'm so giving.
Yeah, definitely. From his last video, though, maybe I'm hearing it from the way I want to hear it, but the way I heard it, the way I took it, I understand that he's not turned against his brothers. He's not.
Right. No, because his brothers haven't said anything, and just because Mama is saying it.
I mean, like, he's not like. Right. This is all between him and his mom at this moment.
Right, because it's his mom doing it.
Not his brothers. Right. Even though I think she's trying to add the brothers in to take away from some of her, now you got 4 people to deal with versus just me. But
no, and the daddy.
Oh, 5. Sorry, forgot the dad. But he's not picking up that and run with it. From what I gathered, he said
it would be stupid and the fact that the brothers are not coming out. Patricia, don't you dare get them boys. Patricia, do not get them boys on camera and have them go against their brother. You've done enough harm. Patricia, do not.
It could be bad. It's bad enough being the black sheep of the family, but then to be the one supporting it all, and then for all this to happen. Are you kidding me? Why would she involve everybody else? That's true. I
revoked her Lynn card, Wallflower. I revoked it. And the first Lynn, the oldest Lynn, she's got to turn in her Lynn card. She is not
allowed to have a Lynn card.
That's my first. She is not allowed to have that Lynn card. She needs to turn that shit in. She is Patricia.
But her last video, she brought the brothers them physically. She verbally put them in his face as your brothers and this and that. And his video, he's not saying he doesn't have any hard feelings towards his brothers at this moment, at his last moment. He can change daily. He has every right to feel however he wants.
You have 2 minors, and okay, so I can get it. The 16-year-old that's been driving without a license, that really nice truck that he bought for his brother, it's still in his name. You still don't have a driving license. You were illegally driving said car. Stop it. Go get your driving license or a permit. Or at least, no, okay. So I don't know what the laws are in it, but like, he can get a permit at 16. Lo is driving.
So we we got permits before the age. You can get them whenever, but
right.
if you do it like on the timeline of the earliest, you can get the permit before 16, and then at 16 you can get the license.
Oh, but you can't drive with anyone else.
It's conditional until
right.
18.
No kids your age. There have to be 18-year-olds in the car. No driving after curfew. Yes. Okay. So Illinois has that too.
I haven't seen the recent video of her speaking. Okay, because she's deleting them all. She's deleting anything she puts out there. She puts it out there, then she deletes. But so Ryan has a copy of it, the latest one, and he plays her speaking, and then he responds to her, and he plays her speaking, and he responds to her. So he breaks it down. It's a reaction video, but it's them talking back and forth to each other in his, the way he's doing it.
And Patricia doing black and white videos does you no justice. You look like you're bald, just saying. In my opinion, that's how it looks through my eyes. Like you're striped. Like
you're gray hair. Let's not pick on the older ladies, okay?
I'm older than all y'all, so
we're not gonna pick on anybody.
No, I'm just saying.
No, we're not gonna pick on anybody.
I'm just saying.
No, you're still saying we're not gonna pick on anybody.
It's not.
See how this goes?
I'm trying to help her.
I'm trying to help
her be out,
I am too.
Girl.
Help
use that colored filter.
I think she's going for the old timey look because she does the thrifting stuff. You know what I mean? So
so if that's on brand, okay. All right, I don't care what you do then. Okay. Look how you look. I'm not helping you out. If you have lipstick on,
we don't care what you do as long as you make this right with your son or you stop hurting him.
Yes, stop hurting him. Give him his money back.
That would be a good start, but I don't think she's going to have it. I'm just going to say that straight out.
But to have the audacity to go to your son and say, well, what are you spending your money on? And he knows he's buying chocolate milk.
He's a chocolate milk
pouches.
That's always been his thing.
Right. So chocolate milk in pouches.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been home. He's not been on tour. He doesn't have the expenses. He's been making videos.
He did build a house. Let's give him that because he showed us.
But like his net worth is like 20 million. But to have your mother say you're running out of money. Well, of course, if there's five, who knows what else in order to get that checking account, savings account, whatever it is, to be low. Yeah. How much money had to be taken out of it for you?
I gotta go see that one because it's pinned. It's in my description. The link to it. It's in my description. The Ryan talking to his mom. I mean, they're not literally talking to each other. I'm sorry. I think you get what I'm saying.
I mean, even YouTube money. He's getting YouTube money. As an artist, nobody's copy striking that. So he's getting YouTube money, and for his subscribers, he's getting a lot of YouTube money. I mean, that's money that would change my life. But
okay, and I don't know. It may have changed. He may be when he had 2 million. I don't know. I've been with him for a while, but he had millions already. But he wasn't monetized and he may be now. He may be currently monetized, but he wasn't.
Would he not be monetized?
He had his own thing going. He just used it for fun, and he could cuss and play music and do whatever he wanted to do.
If he separates the channels and he makes his music channel and uploads it to YouTube Music, he can make that money for every view. Why would he not do that? Why wouldn't his mama invest in that and look and say, here's another avenue to make music?
I'm just going on what he said. But that wasn't, he wanted to just make his music and sell his music that way. And he wanted to have his fun on YouTube. He may have changed that since when he had other things happen.
What kind
That's
of
why
money
I really enjoy his content because the money did not change. True.
But it's like, if you're like I just don't understand. So you want a company in your name. Your son gives it to you for all ticket prices and for everybody. I'm sure he has his brothers on the books is doing something. I'm sure they do something.
my opinion with that, because he could have still continued on doing, he's been doing what he's been doing for years and successful, and things have been happening. So my opinion on that is that if you're providing your mother with everything and doing, I didn't hear you, but
I burped.
You're excused. But if you're providing everything, and they feel, maybe mom was like, oh, I feel guilty, or stop laughing. So mom was like, maybe I feel guilty or something. So he was like, hey, why don't you have this company and you do the ticket sales and the booking, so that you have worth, you have a job to do. Not that he made her have a job, but gave her some responsibility and gave her something to feel worthy of. I don't think it was like, you have to do this for me. I don't think it was.
I don't believe that at all. I think he was sweet enough to make a business and to pay the family through, so that everybody would earn something and give them something to do and leave it, so he can write it off on taxes. It makes sense. That's how people keep their money. That's how, like, Elon does it.
Had people that were assistants that she were paying and doing different things along the way. So, and
everything he had, he was given.
I do believe that they were distant relatives, like in the, not just friends.
Yeah.
So I think that was a way to give her worth and to give family a way to earn money, to give them purpose, and instead of just doling it out. And I still think he doled it out. That's my opinion.
Excuse me. Nobody ever gave me a house. Nobody gave me a car. Nobody, like I said, I feel guilty getting Starbucks cups for my daughter.
My daughter like, better bring me a Starbucks cup.
It's like
Texas mug here.
Where is? Okay, so with me having a daughter older than Ryan, I feel bad accepting things. I know I shouldn't. She tells me I shouldn't because I've got give.
Oh, it's hard to take from your children. I mean, but
apparently not for Patricia.
If it's not a colored little.
Good morning. Hold on. I have to get a kiss.
Sorry. No kisses for you. If it's not a coloring book page or something little heart they cut out and glued stuff on, I mean, those are easy to accept. Don't get me wrong. Little moldy clay figures.
Horrible woman.
You didn't turn the mic off.
Okay. I'll tell you about it. It's okay. I got to okay. I love you. I'll tell you about her later. Well, I thought it turned off automatically. It seems the
gifts aren't enough. Just true story. That's it. But I mean, my kid comes and say, here's new keys to a new car. Here's a house. Here's something. I think the last thing I'll do is go buy me another house with the money that they didn't get.
Or go sell it to buy something better. If he thought enough. Like, I don't know how that happened. If she picked out a house and said, Ryan, will you buy this one for me? And then to sell it.
Yeah, we don't know the
contents. So. And that Trans Am. And that to sell it with the contents of the house.
I love that you're stuck on the car, but the car, he's a car guy, so it does make all the sense in the world that he would have known if he had a Trans Am.
It was bought through Ryan Upchurch Enterprises. That damn car, I'm like obsessed with that car. It's probably a stick shift and I won't be able to drive it.
He did another video recently. I don't know who he gave the truck to. There's a white pickup truck with the...
Did he give it to that singer who stabbed him in the back and went and signed big? Isn't that who he gave it to?
I think so, but he found it at a car lot and he was going to buy it back.
People are scummy. People are scummy. People are, if you have a pipeline to someone that has that kind of money, like if I had a pipeline directly to Elon,
stop
just
it.
saying, if I did, anything he gave me, it would stay with me. Now, when I die and I leave everything to Lo, whatever she decides to do with it, that's on her. But if it's given to me, I'm keeping it because I'm a hoarder. No, I'm not a hoarder. Laura gonna be watching. Yes, you are, Mama. Yes, you are,
Mom. You collect prized possessions.
Yes, because things mean something to me.
I prize this pen.
Well, no, it's like just stuff like Dad had.
No.
It might be a worthless broken lighter, but it was his, and my dad held it, and because sentiment means more than money. Yes. Yes.
It hasn't popped up yet.
Yes. Agreed, Waffle.
We're slow over here. He's given away a lot in his time and hardly ever said anything publicly unless he's left no choice and someone tries to spin some narrative against him or his intentions. True. Very true. He's
like
very
his mom. That's what his mom's doing.
And I don't know how you can't really put him in but the things you hear about Johnny Depp, I mean, he has more money, of course, but he seems to have that same giving heart of visiting people in the hospital and signing as many autographs as he possibly can.
And Amber Heard tried to take that away from the one thing he had for good.
I have so many things that have little financial value, but money can. True, money can't buy it.
Tchotchke's queens in the house.
Money cannot.
We're just trying to figure out, I guess our where we got stopped in our thing is, how do they fix this? What is acceptable? What
I don't think it's fixable.
Back together? What?
I don't see how this is really and it's like I lived through the whole watching Patty Hearst be accepted back into her family after the whole PLO thing, and it's like, I mean, as an adult looking at it, it's like, okay, I can see the Stockholm syndrome thing, but for me it's like, why would you let her back in your family? Why would you let her in the house? But that was a little me looking at it.
Gotta go do some laundry, but I'm so glad you caught us. I'm glad you came. I appreciate you so much. I really do. I hope you know.
Yes. I honestly don't think Patricia can do it.
I don't either.
I think
he's so forgiving of things. That's the hard part. I mean, it may take time, and it may take a lot of time, but he is very forgiving. I've seen him do it in the time I've been watching him.
Okay, but we only know what's being said, right? We only know. Are you really?
I'm Fred Sanford's
great theme song. So we only know.
I need this pen that doesn't write anymore because I have a pen that does write. So I still need the one that didn't.
Because you never know when you need.
I may have to put them together and make one pen.
You might need to stab somebody in the eye with it.
True. Weapon. Gotcha.
John Wick. If you're not a fan of John Wick, get a fan. Just saying. You can kill somebody just stabbing them in the eye with a pen. Wow. Derailed 150%. So I don't see. So we know what he's allowed to be put out there, what he put out there, the things that he has no right to feel shame about anything that Patricia has done to him.
No.
There's no shame on Ryan for what Patricia did. Okay, so let's first start by saying that.
Definitely.
So he's sharing. I think he's probably sharing the very least of what would make her look bad. Publicly.
Yeah, I don't think he's given us all of it. I think there's a whole lot more to it with the family holidays and stuff. I think there's a lot that's not been unpacked, and it was to save her from, or any of his other family members outside of her that participated in maybe not inviting him to, I think he's sparing people. So I do think that there's a lot we don't know about, that other stuff has happened to him.
And I'm sorry going on that. He's a drug addict, right? He smokes pot. It's legal. He smokes pot. He could be dropping acid. Well, if he ever had Quaaludes, I mean, I'm your girl. Hi, spirit mama. Just saying, if he was in a time trip.
Always derailing.
So there's other things, there's worse things that he could be doing. Like, if the worst thing your kid ever did was curse and wasn't being a gangbanger or out robbing people and stuff. It's like, really, if cursing is the worst thing your kid did, you're going to have a hissy when look at everybody else's kids. Does that make sense?
I haven't heard of him doing anything.
No, he said himself. He said he smokes pot. He does mushrooms every now and again.
No. I'm not denying him doing drugs. No. That's a given. That's a fact. And that's not even.
But he's not a drug addict.
But I haven't heard of him doing anything. He stays home. He parties on his property. He stays home and does what he's doing, and he hasn't harmed anybody. He's not putting anybody in harm's reach. He's not,
Yes.
It's called The Jerk, but it's The Jerk. You're the jerk. You're not the idiot. If you ever watched the old movie Steve Martin, The Jerk.
Yes, I loved it. Yes.
He's the jerk. But anyway.
He does not. I just think that.
Love you too.
He's not telling us absolutely everything, because I imagine the skins would like lose their shit.
Yeah. And I don't think that anybody's out to get Patricia, and I don't think anybody's trying to harm her. And
I don't believe there's death threats and all. Come on, you drama queen. Get the fuck off the ranch.
He has
his place back.
He still has hired security guards at the ranch
to protect her ass.
Protect her too. So that's not.
Oh, he's looking at me.
He's got to make sure you're okay.
Unless his name is Medusa and he is a Greek female god that can turn her to stone by looking at her. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up. Sorry. I didn't mean to swear. I didn't. I'm sorry. I apologize. But really, looking at, it's a security guard. That's their job.
And he's never turned his back on her and said, she's not supposed to be here. Don't protect her. She's fair game. That's not the case. He's
asked people not to. He has asked people, just like we're saying, don't go about Patricia. Don't.
Or don't go out this like my saying at the end of the day, this is a mother and a son, and this is their real life. This is not
she pulled the apocalypse on her son.
We're watching a movie, the drama that you can talk about the film you just walked out of the movie theater, and can you believe that guy did that? These are their real life. This is their real
sad
family that is going through this.
It's sad. It's playing out on a stage, and she is not in any way, shape, or form a heroine presenting herself as a good mother, in my opinion. As a mother, it makes me want to revoke her mother card. Because if Ryan is the oldest, I've been a mother longer than you, so I'm revoking your mother card too. Mm-hmm. We'll stick with the Lynn card. I feel so bad for that boy. I do. I can't help. I don't know how she thought she was ever going to get anybody to be on her side.
You know what? In reality, I'm sorry, I got loud. In reality, I feel bad for her. You're echoing me somewhere. I feel bad for her. I really do. It hit me when you said you feel bad for him, and I do feel bad for Ryan. 100%, 110%. Can you hear me? Okay. But I also feel sorry for her because.
Wait, you have pity for her?
She's possibly losing her son for what she did. And you can say she deserves it, but in the mom of me, to lose your child, it's a pain, it's a grievance. And so I feel sorry for her for making the choices she did. And then what the consequences can be is that she may never have her son in her life again in any capacity.
There is no way she didn't run that scenario past in her own head while she was
but I don't think people sit and I cannot. Well, it's true. You know me, I'm the naive one. I am the naive one. So there
is no world in which she didn't say, well, what if I got caught?
People,
if you're taking that much,
the scenarios that have come across And I'm like, I can't believe. And you're like, this happens all the time. And I'm like, I am the naive one, so I will give that to everybody. I'm the naive one. But
and here's the other thing, she dragged her friends into it. So we just know of the one that
do you think that was a forethought or an afterthought?
If you go by the phone call that Ryan let play,
yeah,
that woman on the other line, she bought that house, quick claimed it. So she had the girlfriend, her girlfriend had all the details and knew everything. Oh yeah, she's hiding money from Ryan. Yes, she quick claimed it. Yes.
Okay, but do you think? Okay, just say we're sitting down. I'm gonna steal from my son, right? So I'm sitting down, and do I steal from my son and say, "Hey, I've done something. Can I put this in your name? And will you help me out?" So I've done the deed, and now I'm asking you to cover my deed, right?
No, because I can go to jail. Is after the fact.
Friend did it though, so you're not a very good girlfriend. You're not my ride or die. Goodbye. Anyway, so
I will not help you carry off being a bad mom.
I get that.
And I expect
we're playing along here for this scenario. Or did you and I sit down at lunch and say, you know what we could do? I can buy a house and then I can put it in your name, so then nobody will ever know that I did this.
Oh, like sell it to her friend, like, we need to have a nest egg for Ryan. We need to protect him from his spending.
I don't believe that.
We do that.
I don't believe that at all. That's
the only thing I would believe. That's the only thing. If you presented it to me that way, that like, okay.
As a mom, I could see in his position as a mom with a child in that capacity of earning income in that way, having that
it's his income.
Okay,
it's
but
his.
I know. Hold on. As a mother, having a child with that type of income and that thing, I could see sitting them down and saying, you really should invest in property. You really should invest in some real estate, and let's go about it this way to him, but not to the stuff that's been done behind his back. None of that I can't rationalize how that came to be. Hello, Dawn. It's good to see you.
I can't either. That's the thing.
But you can see investing in real estate, that's a
telling him to do that. Yes.
Thing to do.
Well, he's not dumb.
Not this thing of taking it and putting it from your name to my name to his name to their name to
right.
And then I sold it. Where's the money?
That's sneaky business. Admit it.
But rental income or an apartment complex, or
he should know about it. It didn't come from her.
No, definitely. That's what I'm saying. I see this where it could be a good scenario, but not to.
The reason you do things sneakily is because, number one, you think you're not going to get caught. Because then afterwards, it's not, I'm sorry, it's, I'm sorry I got caught. Okay. Let's face it. I'm not sorry I murdered so-and-so. I'm sorry I got caught. I'm not sorry I robbed so-and-so. I'm sorry I got caught.
Oh, it's always that's usually typically any criminal reaction. I'm sorry I got caught. Do you think that because he paid the Jared thing, right?
Yeah, he did.
So do you think that there was money around? He built a home where him and Bethany were staying. I don't know where but he built that home from the ground up. So the funds to that, the funds to Jared, do you think she never intended for him to spend his money before he would make more money and it would be just kind of covered up?
No, because he said that one house was,
brutally.
I'm sorry I got caught. I really did it for you, son. Yes, exactly.
Thank you. That's where we're stuck on that. We are very much.
Ryan said it. Ryan said after his biggest concert sold out at the Municipal, the next day the funds were used to purchase a $500,000 house.
Well, that was a while back, though.
I don't know his concert schedule. So he just found out about it. So to him, everything is new.
It's new that we're all.
She could have been doing this for years, and he's just finding out.
But I'm wondering if because he has taken a break, and I don't mean a break. He's just put out music, and he hasn't been touring like he did. When was Katie? It was after Katie. Huh?
Can't tour with Corvina. He's
Oh,
doing
no.
a great big thing.
No.
Here.
Yeah, so that set him back. But he
Yes.
did. I'm trying to figure out when his last actual tour was, and it's
So
been a long
he's
time.
doing. I don't know what he calls it. I just know that he's going to Champaign Urbana, and it's so far away. Otherwise, I would go, but with my broken back, I can't. It's too far.
Can't get that far.
So he's got that he's already taken tickets for. And I wonder if she took that money.
I think she started this when he was banking.
Yeah.
And it was just flowing in and flowing in and flowing in. And she thought it would continue. Then Covina hit and things slowed down.
True. Yes. Yes.
He totally didn't. He didn't keep track of it.
Because if you can't trust your mother, then who can you trust?
He trusted his mama with all his might, and look what happened.
She's got to live with that. That's going to come back. St. Peter's going to judge that, at the
She doesn't seem to care at the moment. So I do hope it does come to her and she comes to reality on it and says, oh, look what I've done and what happened to my family. But right now she just doubling down, doesn't seem to give two F's about anything at this point.
No, she went immediately to defense and name calling and Creek Squad's coming after me. And it's like, well, we're like skins and I'm not doing nothing but sitting here waiting for a winter storm to come.
Yeah.
You doing anything, B?
I don't
You got that baby on your lap.
So. No, got me and my pup just sitting here.
Yeah. If you
exactly. That's the whole issue. 100. If you can't even trust your mom, crying. Yes, very much.
And that's why we are offering to be spiritual mamas to the young man. And we need.
I feel bad for him. He can't trust anybody at this point, no matter what.
You know what? No, he can trust. I don't want nothing.
No,
I would be supportive over Skype or FaceTime. And
he's got to be having a hard time.
I know. We raise our boys, especially Southern boys, because I dated a few back in my day. But to be rough and tough and tumble, and you don't show emotion, and you don't do any of that. And in today's age full of snowflakes, Ryan is not a snowflake.
No, definitely not. No, definitely not.
But when you love hard, you hate harder.
And I know a lot is, there's been a lot of stuff about the Katie and stuff, but then in the Nicole situation, he seems to be a gentleman in that respect. And we discussed the Katie earlier, if you weren't here, but that he didn't truly disrespect her in that moment either, in our opinions. It wasn't
no, he grabbed it. That's the tip.
He rolled over and grabbed her. But on the other one,
spoon.
She expressed to him that she thought she was roofied, and he took her to a hospital outside of the city to not have her name plastered all over the place and show that this happened. Didn't take advantage of the situation whatsoever, and got
that makes sense.
So
how did his mother think this was going to fucking fly?
He comes off crass and not crass. He really doesn't, but I'm just saying the way he portrays himself. I don't think that I don't think she expected all this, because that's why she did the I'm sorry for her. How do you defend? Oh, I know. How do you defend Nicole?
I stopped being a fan of Nicole Arbor when she started the whole fat thing, being a fat woman.
We mentioned that she apologized to Katie. She apologized to Nicole.
As far as Nicole, because I know he made promises to you in the studio. Nicole never pretended to be an artist. She just
she's you got to watch her stuff. She thinks she's a little bit of everything and all of that. So
I saw her dumb tracksuit rapping song. Yeah, I saw that.
she has portrayed herself. So I don't want to.
I see that. So
she has portrayed herself.
Yeah.
Is she? No, we're not going there. But yes.
But no, and he gives to everybody and then he takes it back.
What if he take it? Show me one thing. There's people that give him stuff and try to take it back, because he was gifted that Johnny Cash picture that he shot because he didn't.
Wait, what?
Some artist gifted him a Johnny Cash painting, and he shot it. And they were trying to sue him for destroying art or something, but they gave it to him, and he made it.
Why did he shoot it?
He wanted it to look better.
That's in the mind's eye. He paints. He's an artist.
He artistically changed the artist's picture.
Okay, but Johnny Cash himself didn't paint it.
No. Just some artist. And yeah.
Okay, well, Johnny Cash himself didn't paint it then.
I'm just saying, but he's never asked for anything back. But people have asked for something. That guy wanted his painting back that he had.
He wanted it with a bullet hole in it because it would have increased in value. So
yeah, look at Ryan Upchurch art.
Yes,
Ryan Upchurch. I got it. Yeah.
This painting I did. Yes.
That's how.
See?
More using.
The more you know. Holy cow, you know lots of... It's just, there's no coming back for that woman.
I didn't watch it with the intent to... Okay, I've watched him and went through all of these ups and downs and stuff, but I didn't watch it with the intent that this was ever going to be this type of an issue to where, oh, and that happened and that happened and that happened, because it's just kind of always been part of his life that people are coming at him, these men that make fun of him and think that they're owed something for his music, or that they're, you said you were going to buy me a car and you were going to put me in rehab. There was, there's all kinds of things that have happened along the way that people are trying to take from him, or and then they use what they can to go at him over the internet.
But
and
isn't that like the basic mentality of some people? I think I want to have a hot take. I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
You're going to get me kicked out of here before I get anywhere.
I'm not going to say it. I want to say it. I'll say it to Nick in the kitchen later, and I'll tell you later. But yeah, all Ryan's enemies, so to speak. One by one. Yes.
Patty said so. Yes, definitely. I wrote down the two because those are the two that hit me the hardest. But she went through all of them in that, and it's on. There's a video pinned in my comments, or I'm sorry, in my description box. That is
the apologize to the peahen.
Do what?
Did she apologize to that peahen? I don't know what he did.
Yeah, I do think so. Yeah.
Why? He didn't do nothing. That guy was, what I heard, was a bully himself.
She went after anyone that was,
my opinion,
enemies of Ryan or came at Ryan. I don't know if enemies is the word, but anyone who's came at Ryan and he tried to defend himself in some way against these people, she apologized to them.
That his name is Peahen. I cannot. I
call
can't.
Him gobble.
I can't. The words won't come out my mouth. I don't know why it's that.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. What could, okay, so let's step outside. I get, so we kind of want to, like, what is does she think that what does she think that Ryan has done to her personally that made her want to pull a fat man little boy on her?
Called her out. That's all I can put her business out there for thieving. Yeah, that's all I can.
Okay.
He doesn't list anything.
I'm not saying nothing, but like, not for nothing, I just watch him on YouTube and on Instagram every now and again and keep up with the YouTube streets. That man speaks his mind to everybody.
True.
It's not a big shock.
No. No. He definitely, if he's got something on his mind, he'll go live at 1 a.m.
She was exempt. What would make her think she is exempt? If you raised your son to be a good son,
because she got caught. That's my bottom line. My opinion is the only reason she's saying anything negative about.
Did she raise him?
She did.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something we don't know. I think he was.
He says she did. Wait.
Maybe Grandpa.
Grandpa. There's something about Grandpa.
Because I know he had a really good, for when he was little, he was bullied. And he said that his grandpa told him,
yeah,
God's having you like basically picked on because you can handle it. You're taking it because somebody else.
Yeah, he called her out publicly, and then Creek Squad came to ask her questions.
And that didn't land well.
Yeah, I mean, true. But I don't think anybody went after her in a
not like she went after his fan base, a cult.
A cult. The cult went after her. Creek Squad went after her. The cult of Creek Squad. That's just, how do you even
when she was uplifting them, representing them? I don't know.
It was all good when it was on her side, but then now that she's done something to kind of make people go sway, we're still backing Ryan, then that's when you're a cult. You're in a cult. You're being led by your leader.
Yes. And
I asked Patty normally what happened. Did you get blocked, or did she delete her stuff before you could get there? Because everything's been deleted.
She deleted it all.
Oh, she responded.
Oh, she did.
To your surprise, she responded in the comment section. Okay.
Really? That's kind of awesome.
Was it because Ryan was on Adderall? I don't, is he prescribed it? Is he taking it recreational? I don't know. And I don't care, as long as he's not putting anybody in harm's way. He's not hurting anybody. I would prefer if he doesn't need it, he doesn't do it. That's just my preferences, but as
his statement was while he was in the studio.
Yeah, but
it might be prescribed.
He's kind of, rambunctious. What's maybe he needs. She said, "Thank you for talking normally to me," and then she said, "We're all hanging on by a thread."
Yes, hanging on.
We're hanging on.
Oh, wait a minute. He just uploaded something 30 minutes ago. It says, Ryan Upchurch, the last thing I'll say to you for the rest of my life.
Oh no.
It's only 48 seconds long. You want me to play it on my phone?
Mute and play it first. And then go, "Hi, Charlie Ann. Good to see you. Yes, we're still live. We're still debating on it. We're racking our brains
on it. Hold on 1 second. I gotta 5:10:32. Hold on. 5:10:32. 5:10:32. 5:10:32. 5:10:32. 5:10:32.
Do I need to write this down?
No. 5:10:32. No. Damn it! I put 33.
Charlie, see what I deal with. I should fire my co-host. But anyway.
No, I'm going to try and pull this up because it's up there.
I only wanted to protect his assets or something like that against his spending. And okay, my mind's eye can rationalize that, but on the other hand,
why so sneaky? Why all the cloak and dagger?
Funds. Where are the funds that she protected? I mean, that's not so she said that to you in a comment section, but yet in her words on her Instagram messages that she's deleted, she comes off and says that she was protecting him from him, but what was her? There was a but to her protecting him from him.
That it didn't went like everyone thought it happened. There's no other way for it to go. There's no other way for it to go. She's a liar. So it's under Ryan Upchurch fans.
I don't remember. But she changed. She didn't ever finish that thought as far as this is to protect him because he can't stop bullying people online long enough to effing have a clear thought. Those are her words that I took from her video
She took money from him because
it was to protect. This is to protect him because he can't stop bullying people online long enough to effing have a clear thought. That was her reasoning that she said. I'm sorry, I was where was I? Only want to protect his assets, and that it didn't go like everyone thought it had happened. You made a screen picture. That was her screenshot of her answer and excuse. Gotcha. I'm just taking her words from the video from her mouth. Those were her. I quoted, that is what words came out of her mouth. And I don't see how that protects him from himself because he's bullying people.
No, that makes, if that's what she was trying to say, that's why she paid him off. It's just ridiculous.
Sheba says, wouldn't she need to get legal help if he was a danger to himself?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Britney Spears, and there's what's her name? I can't think of her name.
Bam Margera just got out of one of them too.
No, Bam Margera. There's another female.
Was it not Kesha?
No. Anyway, it happens. It happens.
I'm mistaken. It's actually 6 minutes and 48 seconds. The video.
It was just an excuse. Exactly. What else could she say? She can't answer it. I think that's why they sound so corny and they don't really come off as sounding truthful or legit to why she did it, because she's lying.
There's no reason. It's the most horrible thing that a mother can do to a child. It's one of the most horrible things. It's one of the most egregious things. It's one of the most unloving, unsupportive, not friendly, mean. And to take his family away on top of that too,
Charlie, you missed it when she came in here. She said, "Oh, hi, you're still live. Should I go to the store?"
Oh, no, girl, no. We've been live 2 hours.
No, don't go to the start. I mean, you can if you want to, but there's way too. Just
replay crew it 2 times, honey.
Yeah, wait till it's over and just kind of.
Oh, repeat what happened. Okay, if you want to do a quick playthrough and explain what we're talking about with Ryan Upchurch, I can run to the loo.
We went into so much detail of okay. So
quick break. I'm going to run to the loo real fast. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. So there's our biggest claim to this is that this is a family. This is a mother and her son going through this issue. So it sounds like a drama or a soap opera or some story, but at the end of the day, this is a son and his mother. So Ryan Upchurch is a singer. He's an independent. I don't know if you know him or not, but his mom has been recently found out that his mom has been dipping into funds that belong to his entertainment company and has purchased some homes, sold some homes, bought a car. She lives in his ranch. He has a ranch, Ghost Ranch in Tennessee, and she was living there. He's asked her to leave. She's still there 4 months later. They're tearing up the place. They're not just picking up and leaving. There's been a whole lot of family dynamics involved. He's been excluded from, he mentioned a baby shower for his brother. What else? Maybe a wedding. I don't know. He's been, holidays. He was excluded from the holidays. So he's just coming to realize that his mother has taken all this money from him. So that's kind of where we're trying to figure out, we're bantering around on why would a mother do this to her son, first of all. We can't come up with any logical explanation other than greed and want. And then what would it take to fix this, or how do they repair this after such drama in the situation happening?
I'm thinking that.
Where did it go? So she responded to me in that comment and basically said she did what she did to protect him. Did I go back?
Yeah, you did. Yes, very sad.
But she handled the situation all wrong. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't know much about him. He's a singer. He sings country rap and country rap together separately.
He's a nice kid, and this should not be.
He's 31 years old.
Yeah.
He's self-made, basically. He's never signed with a
he's self-made
music company.
He's self-made. And
yes, very sad. Never thought this would happen. Not in a million. No, definitely not. Especially if you've seen him on before the vid, they were doing tours and they had videos out where she would go on stage and sing with him and she was cheering him on, and just it was everything you'd want.
Okay, like, does she think she has talent?
She sings. Well, I mean,
does she sing well?
Decent, but I wouldn't say
Barbara Mandrell well, Reba McEntire well.
No. She could sing, but she's backup singer sing. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. Don't say that, because Bette Midler was a backup singer. And
no, I don't see her taking the
mine Miss M is.
I don't see her becoming known on her own. In that
respect. Yeah, he had temporary insanity during the Kylie case.
Part of him, I just don't know. Yes, Kylie's case.
Yeah.
We did discuss that. We touched on that. We don't approve of.
I disavow that.
We're trying to
how he got there, but yeah. And I needed to say this. This thought did come to me. Patricia, you're trying to use the fact that your son saw a UFO. I saw one July 3rd, 1980. Okay. It was at the Kane County Fairgrounds. It was the daytime. There were at least 4 of us that I know of that seen it. So
look how many are being seen right now.
More Americans and Russians and people around the world globally.
It might sound out there, but look how many were here today.
Maybe in Tennessee, this is like a big, oh my God, look him up, he's bananas. But no. It's a thing. Anything that's up in the air that you can't identify is unidentifiable. Yes.
I saw one when I was young. It was written off as a weather balloon, but it never really was.
We tried to go to Roswell too, and I told you Nick was the maps they give out. We wound up trespassing, and it said they would shoot us if we kept going. In Roswell.
Don't do that, because
I love going to Roswell, though. Oh my God, I love it. It's so beautiful there, except for the windstorms. There's sand in my bathtub.
So are you saying you heard this recently, that this is part of the problem, is that he saw the UFO?
Okay, so all things if I'm putting everything in context, and the fact that they're from Tennessee, I'm imagining she's from down south too.
But what are you think this has something to do with, like, he's not?
I think she's trying to build a case.
Oh,
I think she's trying to build a case.
See, that would have been smart. Hold on. That would have been smarter to build the case, put him in a conservatorship, then take all of his money. But to do what she's done, it just proves that
she's a greedy heifer.
We're on the wrong side of the fence on that,
in my opinion.
Because, I mean, we've seen it happen. So, it's a possibility. But you would think you would take the steps in different order if you're
President
really
Jimmy Carter's from Georgia, and he saw a UFO.
If you're trying to get complete control of finances and do what you wish with those finances, you should do it the right way.
It's his money. She has no right to it.
As quirky as he is, I don't think you can write him up as a 50.
He's not a lunatic, no. But I really do believe in her head that she could have tried to paint that story, like maybe to her close friends, and oh my God, look what the boy's doing now. We need to hide his money from him. Maybe I would be more inclined. Remember, we just did that role-playing situation.
Mm-hmm. No, I still couldn't. I'd be like, we need to get a lawyer and get to court. And
okay, good.
What did we miss?
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me. Okay, cool.
I did admit he was wrong at the time for saying that. Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. So that I'm taking that off.
Yeah, I didn't want to I didn't want to use that against him or for him in this scenario with the houses and the money situation. But at the time, there were some weird pictures that there was. He kind of based it on some of the pictures that came out about her, and if your daughter went missing, and hindsight 2020, they do what they do, and it's going to be how it is, and whatever. But there were pictures of her that didn't make sense. If you're looking for this missing child, I mean,
I agree.
Teeth were like, there were 2 sets of teeth in her mouth, remember my filter picture where there was more teeth than that? Not my filter, the one my infamous called out somebody that had a filter. That picture, how the teeth were, where there were 3 rows of teeth, that's what this picture
looks
like.
Shark. You're a human shark.
So his logic was, they're creating these pictures for this missing child.
And you know what? More things have been manufactured by the CIA and FBI than that.
So, I mean, I don't want to excuse what he did, but I'm
not excusing
where he was coming from at the end of the day, where he thought.
I'm just saying that with that happening, this woman, this Patricia, okay.
It's a really strange case.
It doesn't matter why she stole, but she stole. It wasn't her money.
Brutally honest, I agree with you. There's still very much strange from that case. We'll leave it. Things aren't adding up. But.
Yeah, I can't believe. I can't. Yeah, as far as that goes, no corruption. Hello, Chicago is full of the corruption. This is why
there's something to it. I'm not
like to move here because
maybe someday, but not as far as Ryan goes. But there's something to that does not.
So, I think that if I'm trying to put this.
So, did you listen to that video?
No, it's actually 6 minutes and 48 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I would have.
Okay.
But I can play it on my phone and hold it up, or we can just hear the words, and I could pause every few minutes if you want to.
I don't know.
Because I'll bet you anything he's agreeing with us right now. I'll bet you he wrote her off. He has to save his own sanity. How can you not?
So, having not listened to it, hypothetically, I'm telling you, you say he'd probably go after her by legal means. I kind of feel like he won't.
Then what was the purpose when he called out? He took pictures of where his tractor was. In fact, that it's over $10,000.
True.
That doesn't make it petty theft. It makes it grand larceny, or is it theft? You know what I mean?
I do.
So he did that.
It enhances the charges for sure. It elevates them because of the value.
Exactly.
But he can drop that. That's it. It's like, because it's a personal now, had it been, there's certain things you can't drop, like domestic violence. I mean, you can drop, but the state will still pick up the charges. There's some things you cannot drop. I mean, you can drop them, but the state will pick up charges. But other things that are personal in that nature, then sometimes they will let you drop charges in those cases.
So, I agree with that. But if she can give him his money back, and that damn he didn't say what he did with that it bothers me.
You're dying for that Trans Am.
Girl,
what happened to the
girl? What girl of our age did not want that Smoking the Bandit Trans Am? She's going to see Ryan with what money? With what? Oh, well, yes, lawyers coming out of the sewer system. But then she deleted the video.
Actually, she said 5 years. That was one of my notes too. That she'll keep him in court for 5. Okay.
And what parent does that to their child?
I don't care if I have to drag it out for the next 5 years in court. I will prove all the slanderous things my son has been saying about me are exactly that. They're effing slander.
You haven't stole enough. Now you want to try and railroad your child and steal the rest of his hard-earned money?
I didn't want to get copyright struck, so that's why I just took the notes of her.
No, that's okay.
What she said, but
that's okay. She hid the video, so she can't strike it if she made it private and not.
I heard she was going after people, so I just didn't. I'm new.
Oh, it's okay.
So I didn't want any.
Yeah,
issues.
Better safe than sorry. Yeah,
I don't want any issues.
The
video's down there, so the quotes that I'm quoting is in that video.
Yes. I don't see that there's a comeback, which makes me very sad for him.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me very sad for the family going forward.
Okay, put yourself in his position, and this happened to you. Wouldn't it be?
Well, it's just not happening. It's like thing after thing.
Oh no! I mean,
thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's layered upon, and then it's as soon as you think, okay, this has happened, another thing is discovered. So that I get that.
Then you hire a forensic bookkeeper, and you figure out how long it's been going on.
But I can also see him wanting to just move on. Without her.
But well, yeah, it has to be what it's.
I'm just going on the title. You
yeah, that I mean the thing is in the court of public opinion, which I am a juror of. Okay, call me juror number 1. Number 2, next to you. Right, I'm the number 1 Lynn. That's why she bitch got to give her card back. So so being on the jury of public opinion, I find her guilty AF. There is no coming back for her. Even if Ryan said, it's okay, that's my mom, she stole from me because it's my money and you guys should not have a say in it, I can say your mother is morally bankrupt, in my opinion. And you can forgive her. I'm going to pray for you to see the light of your thieving mama.
I want to go a step lower, and even let's say that these things aren't exactly as they appear to us to be. The stuff
how else could they be?
I'm just trying to go a different direction.
Oh, okay.
So even if they don't quite come out to be as bad as we think they are, I don't see how they can either. But I'm just trying. That
he's been in court enough that he knows what liable is.
The things that she has said about him and to him and cause rift in the family, that's enough to me, even if the houses aren't true, which I'm still on the houses. But let's say that's not the putting that video out of he'd smashed the windshield, he's on Adderall, look at who you support, and just the slanderous, the horrible,
how she tried to shit on him.
A public figure. He makes his money from that, you know.
Mm-hmm. He could probably sue his mom. He probably could.
Well, of course. I mean, but I don't think he wants to. I honestly don't.
Yeah, no, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to try and find a way.
Charlie, and it's very hard. It's hard to. I mean, you try to. We've been trying to bat this around, but we always keep going back to she's guilty. Our opinion.
Yes, these are our opinions. These are not facts. These are.
We have tried to play it the devil's advocate. We have tried very hard, but it still keeps.
We are failing. It is a losing game.
We have failed in
no matter how you look at it, even if the money's not involved. The things I could never. I mean, I joke around and say Lloyd hates me all the time. She really does it, but that's the worst thing I've ever said. I would never. I created that child. That's half of me. That's the best half of me and the best half of Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would I ever? God would smite me.
Well, then do you think that she's got to face that too eventually? That's not our.
God would smite me though. I karma is real. Karma is real deal.
I believe in karma. And my problem is it doesn't normally happen in my time frame, but it does happen. Did she do another video after this video you just read? Because I would swear she talked there. Okay, I'm not finishing, but she threatened him again. There is another video. Because the video that I have is her.
She did 2 of them, yes.
I think the one I have of her is in the black shirt. Don't hold me to that. There's 2 videos, like a black shirt, and then there's another one that has a polka dotted possibly shirt on. And they're both just nasty, vile. But I was basically using this one because this is the one that Ryan responded to. But yes, there is 2 of them, and they are searchable. Other people have them, so they're clipped, and you got to get them through other means because she deleted everything, including her thrift store finds and videos and stuff that she had from that. But there are 2 videos.
Yeah.
And she could have said 10 because, she's not really keeping this story straight on why she's doing this for Ryan's protection. So,
yeah, that's just.
I was 7 when we came back from Germany. My mom left us for my dad's best friend. Mom's are true, very true.
Charlie Ann, boo to your mom, boo to his best friend.
It's hard. It's hard that she was so involved, and he was giving her a roof over her head and a life she hadn't had.
And the 3 other kids that she had.
Not just her. There are 2 videos. So I agree with you. And she like I said, she's changed her wording on different. I was quoting the video down below, but there is another one.
And don't go hate on Patricia.
No, please don't.
Because
then that'll just prove right that we don't want that for Ryan. We don't want that for the squad no,
please. Exactly. We don't prove her right. Don't give her ammunition. Just forget about her existence, because I think probably Ryan's going to do that.
And I would say follow Ryan's lead on this, because I know I don't know what he may end up doing it. He's not going to send anybody after his mother. He's not going to. I don't believe so. So I would just say follow his lead, and just support him and continue to follow what he's doing. And
exactly, because it is his mom. This isn't a soap opera. This isn't Knots Landing or Dallas. This is like real life. And to see
he has to live with the consequences of this. We can just talk about it till the cows come home, but at the end of the day, when he lays his head on the pillow, that's his mom, and that's what he has to think about. Or when he's next holiday that comes along, and he doesn't have that family dynamic or whatever, that's his cross to bear. So
I hope his brothers. Okay, so I'm going to say she raised a good son. I'm gonna say the grandpa did too.
Yeah, because I do backtrack that. Yeah, there's something about grandpa, so I don't know.
So I'm gonna say that he was raised with pretty impeccable morals and scruples. Okay, so I'm going to. I am going to
hope won't be healed anytime shortly. I'm afraid Ryan is absolutely serious when he says he don't want to see her really, really sad. I don't blame him, and I don't disagree with you at all that this is.
So what I'm hoping is that his brothers are actually men and have the courage of the strength of their convictions, and see what she has done is wrong. Hopefully she wasn't
an example,
successful in turning the hearts of his brothers.
I hope
they have the good sense God gave them.
Well, he made it sound like I'm just taking his words, but I got that from him, that he's like, I don't know why you're bringing my brothers into this, because they're not coming at me like that. They're not. So I got from his words that
there's no proof that they've co-signed a damn thing she's done.
Yeah.
Or that they were saying the things she was saying.
Between them right now. Yeah.
Right. It was all hearsay. She was stating it as a fact, and she shouldn't do that. That's hearsay. Nobody heard the brothers say So I probably shouldn't have left that comment about his brothers being under the desk, should I have? See, I think later.
Walk it back.
So it's hearsay. So Patricia, stop with the hearsay. It confuses me. God, that woman. But yeah, I think giving him the most support that can be given, and absolutely respect his need for whatever it is. Don't try and dig into it.
Definitely.
I think that he's going to be a young man that needs a lot of support. So again, emotional support, Mom.
He needs
a couple of them.
Find his trust again, and I think he's always found it in his fans. I think, in my opinion, that anytime he's needed to feel supported, that's where he's went to. So I hope that's where he stays in this.
At least he had a good grandpa. I mean, that's like, God.
He passed away though, and he's gone. I did get that somewhere along the way.
I think
he's missing that.
I think the knowledge he got from Grandpa, though.
Oh, no, you don't ever take away what things my grandma and grandpa taught me, or,
exactly.
My mom, you don't lose that. You really don't. It's in there somewhere. So he has that. So, but he don't have them present currently. So
it's like a lot of families are dysfunctional in America. It's like we're built on dysfunction junction. What's your function?
I told you mine's dysfunctional, but I thought it was normal, so I just don't know what to
Yeah, I know. Mine was dysfunctional. I knew it was wrong, but
I'm wondering what is normal anymore, honestly, because
is there normal? Is there?
There's some dysfunction in everything.
Yeah.
Every dynamic, family dynamic.
Like, did I tell you I was trying to buy birthday cards for Lo that say from Mom and Dad?
Are they hard to find?
35 years later, you're still together. 36 years later, you're still married to the same man. Yeah, there is from mom and stepdad, from stepmom and dad, from mother and mother, from dad and dad, but from mom and dad, no. Exactly. That goes in to define what's the term normal.
What is normal? We can say who has one, but what is it? So
exactly.
I don't know what it is. I'll be honest with you. I have the
40s and 50s gave us cookie cutter. Right. And then in the 60s with free love and 70s with Woodstock, all that changed. It changed. It had to. It's progression. But stealing from your kids is wrong no matter what. I'll die on that hill. I will die on that hill. That's a hill I will die on. You don't steal from children.
It's not okay. So it's one thing to like go in their house and take a knick-knack off the.
Oh, I'm not saying. No. Well, no, she can come shop at Mom's. She never leaves without empty hands.
To their mother. That's a child to their mother. But I'm just saying the difference in going and taking a knick-knack off the shelf or the table is totally different than being handed the bank account information and routing it into a different area. It's not the same. There's no
buying $500,000 houses and then quit claiming them.
Well, one was sold, so that's why she's sticking with the I didn't give them away
because she technically sold it.
Yeah. And in my opinion, if you listen to listen to the words behind it, but in my opinion,
exactly. So it becomes semantics. I didn't give it away.
Exactly.
It would have been more charitable, and I think Ryan would have swallowed it better if she said, "My friend's dying of cancer," and I give her a house because she's got 16 children.
He's given so much stuff away. That's his to give away if he chooses to do. Not
right.
her.
I'm just saying it would probably be more
palatable.
If that was the case, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To give it, because then it's like
as a charity need.
If you are.
Patty has to own her poor choices, decisions she made with the funds of her son, mostly not mentioning a word to her son, thinking that Patty is obligated also legally to report to keep Ryan updated. I would agree with you. I would totally agree with you. She's should be
officer of the business. Yes, it's her job.
It's your job to say where every penny of that business goes to.
It's not her money. She's not earning it. He made that. He made a corporation and let her freaking run it. That's called a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Again, unless she went to an accredited business school and she actually has a diploma. I think he hired people who knew how to do that, or he's been around long enough to know how the back end works.
Well, he has someone that does. There's someone else involved that they kept setting up the meetings and she kept not going.
Okay. You see, the way she made it sound.
Honest.
It's my business.
CFO, but Ryan is the director owner. Gotcha.
Yeah, because she said, it's my business. It's mine.
Okay, so we're talking about two separate things. Upchurch Entertainment, she's not on as far as I know. She was
very specific with that the money the money trail came back to Upchurch Entertainment.
He was specific in saying that the houses were bought from Upchurch Entertainment.
Yes.
She went over to say that Blue Moon is mine. So if you take the thing there, she didn't deny touching Upchurch Entertainment money.
You know what? You're right.
It was mine to do it. So it was very semantics. Everything she said was not saying. Yeah.
Hold on.
Everything she said was not in line with what we know to possibly have happened. So it doesn't negate what happened. You know, she can't keep talking it away if she doesn't really ever explain what she truly did. Because Blue Moon was not the company that purchased those. I agree. Where'd it go? Ryan has final
control.
And I agree, but somehow okay. Now
there had to be forgery going on.
But now what and I'm not sure legally, because you can't make someone the owner in this house right now.
Which house?
The house. Okay, we're only going to take one house. Okay. Let's keep it all. For purposes of the conversation, we have one house. I know there's more. We're talking about one house that she purchased, transferred, sold. Now somebody's living in that house that has a mortgage or bought that house out somehow, right? The person in that house right now.
Wait a minute. Can you backtrack a couple of purchases? So this wasn't the quick claim to the girlfriend.
No. I'm talking about the one that we know that had went through some names and outright sold. Somebody bought this house. They own this house. I mean, they purchased a house.
That's money she got away with.
So it's just now theft. So like Ryan can't go back and get this house and backtrack it.
No, he can't
own that house. That's their house.
But capital gains laws. She bought a house, she sold it. If she did not take that money and invest it in another property,
but maybe she did.
After it had to be in her name and her primary residence. It can't be a rental.
True.
Okay, so it can't be a rental.
Right.
Because my
But see, here's what
real estate people.
I think this may get her more than any of this is the tax mess up, because Blue Moon is her company after all. And
well, she made a point to buy it.
Although she used Upchurch Entertainment, she herself got the gains, not because she switched the names to Ronnie's on one of these, Ronnie Upchurch. So Ronnie Upchurch's got some taxes to pay too, I think. I
think it's going to come down to the Al Capone thing.
This is a tangled web we weave. I'm not trying to, but there's going to be tax implications that aren't Ryan's.
Right.
That's going to get somebody in trouble.
Because capital gains is a real thing.
No,
and if you're yes.
What Ryan said, he cut Patty off completely from everything. But you're right. The problem is the house is already sold by Patty to people Patty knows and Ronnie.
Yeah. So I imagine 6 weeks ago when he went to go store his studio equipment for the remodel. at the home he bought her that was still furnished, so he wasn't shocked when he walked in. It wasn't an empty house and somebody else's belongings weren't there.
Oh, yeah.
So no alarm bells were.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe he said, well, you know what? Only for a week. Maybe the sale went through in that meantime. So she knew she had to have that sinking feeling that he's got to find out.
But she never left Ghost Ranch. So I'm trying to figure that one out. Because did you see, she did a video and it didn't make sense to me. And it was like, it was after the first of the year. But she closed a French doors, the glass French doors. Mm-hmm. So it was like a living room setting. And she closed the French doors and was like, I don't know what the caption was anymore, but it was like closing a chapter. It's hard to say goodbye, or you know what I mean? It was one of those kind of things. And I thought, that's not Ghost Ranch, because I've seen a lot of the interior. And I couldn't figure out what she was talking about, because I thought, well, maybe she's leaving Ghost Ranch finally. But that wasn't Ghost Ranch room. The doors closing.
Was 6 weeks ago would time that post apropos. 6 weeks ago. It just was Valentine's Day. 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The date is apropos.
It's all deleted now, though. I didn't know any of this.
You saw it
at the time. I didn't know any of this meant anything at all. I was just following.
I don't know if you could go back to way back, but Ryan, the Wayback Machine is a thing. Have your people look it up.
Oh, he's got people too. Have your people look it up.
Yeah, have your people go through the Wayback Machine. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean she can't be held liable for spending major funds without Ryan knowing. Patty was buying and selling the house.
Put the wrong one up.
Huh?
The wrong comment is up.
I'm sorry. Patty's buying and selling the house to people she knew, even to Ronnie's name. That's what. Okay, so if you have brutally honest, have you been following along for quite some time? How did Ronnie get back in the picture? Because I don't understand how he got back into the picture. What?
One of those saved posts I have a YouTube save list, and it has, I couldn't see it from the bed, but Ronnie made a comment under one of his, and it was a real long one, and it pissed Ryan off, and he put it in a video. But I came on live with you. I didn't open it up to see what it was that his father said, but it pissed off Ryan. I am the worst co-host ever.
No, I had a sleepless night last night, to be honest with you.
I know. No, I have it.
That was the one, but from following him, I've always gotten that he didn't hate Dad, but Dad wasn't like an integral part of his present.
No. What he said, he's like, really? You told me my dad loved me? That's the first time I heard that in my whole life.
That's tough.
So that's not what you told me my whole life.
Yeah.
Why is she telling him that? Oh, because there's a house in his father's name and he accidentally got into the accounts. How exactly was that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just know, he's always talked about his mom and his brothers, and he's never really went in depth about his dad.
Yeah. So, nah, Patricia, you're just foul. And that's what so it looks like it's actually going to be like
she was juggling these houses around in her inner circle. Judge is not going to appreciate that.
And if he can prove that she was living there, it's
obvious what she was doing.
Yeah, you know what? And there's proof that she's been living there. How long was she at Ghost Ranch that can be traceable through? And
oh, Lord, from Katie time. And what was that, 2019?
Okay, so none of those homes were her residence. So
maybe more, but at least 2019.
So she better hope that on all those IRS tax returns, she did not list that house that he bought her as her primary residence, because you have to live in it at least 6 months out of every year.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, yeah, so the IRS is the one that's probably going to have to get involved. Someone going to have to drop a dime on the IRS to do
it's going to turn into a Chrisley type thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the only way that anything's going to be found out is with a forensic accountant to go back. But
could you imagine
doing that to my parents? No. How filthy, how dirty, how embarrassing. Oh, Patty's gone out of Ghost Ranch now. She said she was too afraid to leave it. Okay. I saw the damage she did.
Well, yeah, we've seen, but I don't think she's gone yet. Honestly, I mean, the last I heard, and it's, things have kind of been happening pretty fast. He went back to the property and went to, and I don't know if you know when you go into the driveway, there's a building to the right, the house is
studio
to the left
shed.
Of the drive. The studio shed is the one that he did enter and showed all of the destruction and the filth, and
the window was busted.
But at that time, he alluded to that she was still in the house, that he was only going into the studio. And he had told her to go, and it had been 4 months, and she wouldn't go. Then she said that she couldn't leave because
of the fans, Creek Squad, right? The threats.
Because the guard was watching her every move. Was one of the like, isn't that what they're supposed to do?
Yeah, he was cleaning up the studio from the damage. They busted the windows. Yeah, was in the ranch house. That was just his studio that he showed. He has a kitchen in his studio. When you got money like that, of course you do. If most of your life is in the studio,
yeah,
you need room for the brothers to stay.
Well, he wanted to make he decided he was going to start doing where he let fans come to the house and have a jam session, they could watch fights and what is it, UFC?
Just hang out and party.
Yeah. And it was going to be in that building there, that he was going to make that the.
Okay. I see. Yeah. There ain't no coming back. He's got I don't see how he can trust again. I think that's going to be hard on him. And I think, the bottom line is just support him. Send him as much encouragement because he does have interaction with his fans. Mm-hmm. Support the people that support him, and let's hope
exactly.
Because isn't the new president hiring on like 2,000 new IRS people?
Chilling with
fucking. Yep. So with all those new IRS agents.
That's new. They are going crazy right now.
Well, let's hope one of them is a Ryan Upchurch fan and wants to go look at Patricia.
Patricia
Burgess.
But all you people fans, do not go after her.
Don't harass that woman.
Don't message her on
her. Horrible. She has to live with herself.
Yeah, definitely.
There's nothing that anybody else could do to her. She's got to live with herself and the deed she did.
Mm-hmm.
That's unconscionable. Well, again, we always go back to this, don't we, B? It's like we're looking at this as mothers and good mothers, and it would kill us, but is she a good mother? But how did she raise such a good kid?
Or did she? Now that I totally forgot about, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but I totally forgot about Grandpa. So maybe that had a lot to do with it. So
yeah,
I take that into consideration.
I'll bet you his grandpa, it sounds like he had a really big impression. And you know what? In lieu of a father figure for however, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For however long, whatever the marriage broke up for, whatever the reason.
I'm pretty sure that's why he mentioned his grandpa, because that was his father figure, and that was who he attributes to giving him the
grit and to take the sass, and to take the beatings as they come. Not physical,
no,
but like he said,
to overcome,
take that bullying because Jesus knew you could handle it. What idiot did I listen to yesterday that told God wrote the Bible?
What idiot?
God wrote the Bible.
Oh, no. No, God didn't write the Bible.
No.
Okay, I'm not going to argue that at this point, but God did not write the Bible.
I know. Who was I listening to that said that, though? Steve Moon.
Moon? No, you didn't just say that. She said that. God wrote the Bible. Oh, please, Siwa Moon. I feel so bad for you. No, okay, brilliant. No, I've stop. No, we can't have her running the world. We can't. Okay, brutally honest. No, I've been very polite. She thanked me for that. When I asked Patty what happened, I always made her. No.
We're not being mean.
Respectful and to just ask us straight up, not what the hell did you do with this damn money? I get it.
Right.
No disrespect to you either for.
Nope. We're just offering soul mothership, like God mothership to Ryan, because he's gonna need a mama.
Just don't go after Miss Patty. We're gonna leave Miss Patty for Ryan to choose to go after. Don't go after.
To deal with karma and St. Peter one day. So yeah, I again just support him. That's the right thing. Right? We can just be as nice as we can and support him on his endeavors. And now that the money is his and it's going to go to him, because I'm sure he's got that shit locked down, signature cards, and it's a hard lesson to learn. Mm-hmm. God, your family's stealing from you. Oh, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
We try. We have our little moments, but we try.
Yes. Some moments of sanity.
We try.
But I can't.
There's no rationalizing it. We can't. We've tried. We've tried for 3 hours.
We've been trying for
off the line, on the line for 3 hours.
God. And because it became so public and
tried to come up with a way.
His pain is palpable. I can't look at his eyes. I want to cry.
Yeah, he's definitely in pain. It's definitely affected him. He will overcome. I truly believe that.
I believe it too.
He's one of those. So I'm not like, oh Lord, I'm worried about him. I mean, yes, I am, but no, I'm not. In the grand scheme of things, he will find his way through this.
But he's going to.
And no one saw that coming with his mama for sure.
No. Your mom's supposed to be everything, and when it turns out they're not, it's painful.
Definitely.
It's wicked painful. And
okay, given that scenario, how you said that, it's probably better to find out now.
I was just thinking that, Jinx, get out of my head. And better to find out now than when he's 45.
Or even 50, or, she's gone. Yes. And find out, look what she did when she was, it's better to get it over with, honestly.
Yes. That's the bright side to look at. Yes, you found out now.
He still has
going good. He just put up there that he's meeting with the Jelly Bean Kid. Rock.
Jelly Bean Kid.
I don't know who he is, but
Jelly Jelly Roll.
Okay, is Jelly Roll like a reporter from a magazine?
No, Jelly Roll's a singer. You will have to listen to Jelly Roll when we get done.
Wait, what is he?
He's a singer, musician, singer.
Okay, I thought he was a reporter or did like articles for Rolling Stone or something.
Well, he did speak to Rolling Stone recently.
Okay, so that's why I thought that.
He did an article with them as the artist. My dog is licking my laptop. She wants my tea. I have the tea thing off my thing. It says, "May your head and heart speak with one voice," and I have it sitting here, and she's trying to lick it off my.
You know what? Say that to Ryan.
Ryan to take it.
That's what the puppy says, Ryan. The puppy says you need to know. May your heart and your mouth say the same thing.
May your head, and heart speak with one voice.
Just like that.
What do you do with her?
I can't. I Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese.
Ryan's got
show him that baby again so he'll know that he can play with 3. He was giving his dog filet mignon the other day, and I'm like, that's so sweet.
Aww.
His dog got to have good teeth. I can't eat filet mignon. My gums bleed.
Oh, no, stop it.
But they do. It's fact. I'm going to support that young man. There's no hate brigading. There's
you read this one. Read it. Can you read it?
Jelly roll is not some bakery bun. Right? It does. It does. I think Jelly Bean is a more fabulous name because I happen to love those.
I think you'll like Jelly Roll if you listen to some of his stuff. I think you'll.
Oh, I do know of one other independent artist. I bought his thing when it went on iTunes to make it #1, but it hit in pop. Tom McDonald. I love Tom McDonald. And Nova Rockefeller, his girlfriend. I love her. Oh my God. You have no idea who those are.
Tom McDonald to me is a comedian.
Are you thinking of
Or
the guy who died recently?
Yeah, like
McDowell?
No.
Oh, you know who Tom is.
Totally honest knows. I guess I gotta look at you look at Jelly Roll and I'll look at Tom McDonald.
Yeah, Tom McDonald and just Nova Rockefeller's man. I did. I bought the song. And I do know another independent artist, but she's out of Chicago. Her name's Kelsey Montanez. Talented as anything. Such a good singer.
I hear there's an up-and-coming cat that sings every week, but I don't know about any of those people you're talking about.
A cat? You heard about a cat that sings? Where does this cat live? I want to see.
Okay, we'll get there someday.
Who's cat?
I about cried. Would you stop and move on?
No, can you please tell me who's cat is?
Over her head. Really honest, it went totally over her head. She just shoo, no idea.
You did say there's a cat that sings, right? Singing cats. You're not thinking about piano cats. Singing cats.
I can't with her.
Cats that sing. That's 2009. That's old news.
I told a joke. It went over her head. She will not get it. I'm sorry.
Oh, so is it normal for cats to sing? You're going to have to tell me what went over my head because.
Awesome as well. Love his lyrics. You can't cancel me. I'm
fucking scandal free, baby. Yes.
Oh.
Who's cat? Just remember to tell me afterwards, okay? Because I can't find it. Oh my God. Did I ever tell you I went to sped school? I was in special school. I rode a yellow bus.
I'm gonna cry. Literally, like tears. I'm laughing inside so bad. I have water coming out my eyes.
And you know what? Everybody else who watches us knows.
The house ding dong you just went over your head. Oh. To our
oh my God, that went so far above my head. I'm jumping up and I couldn't catch it.
Did you see what I threw a ball at her and it just smacked her right in the face and she didn't even catch it or nothing?
Bad jokes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he's going to do with Chris Rock. I hope it's something good. I
haven't seen it. I'll have to look it up because
me and Lo love driving to I Want to Be a Cowboy, Baby. Oh my God, crank that up loud and that's a jam.
We can laugh until we cry. We wheeze sometimes too.
Yeah.
It just happens.
So I do believe he'll overcome. I think he's got a good relationship with Jesus, you know. And there's something. I'm special.
She's very special.
Yeah.
Why keep her around?
It's
She's
so
a cowboy, baby.
Yep. I think he's a good man. He is. And I think someone else had a hand in raising him. I just have to say that because I can't believe that it was just her. I'd be stunned if it was. Because then where did all his goodness come from?
Yeah. Well, I think, you had to bring it back to my recall, but my recalled memory tells me Grandpa was very involved in it.
I think so too. I think so too. Because if you come from double badness, usually something, and the way it's just, you don't talk about your kids that way, Patricia. You do not talk about your children and say those things. What you put out of your mouth, considering you're his mother and she should be the number one source for all things, all information. You know, like Bam Margera says he has a ring and a robe from Elvis.
I saw that. Like, I would never give his material.
No way, Bam Margera. That didn't happen. He's like, I got it from the boyfriend or something.
No, that's it. That's her son.
Taking account every one of Elvis Presley's rings.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna say it's wrong. Navarone Garcia. That's her son.
I don't know who that is.
Priscilla's son is the one that Bam was hanging out with Priscilla.
Wait, Priscilla had a son and named him Navajo?
No, Navarone.
Who did she have a kid with?
Garcia. I don't know. Why you ask me questions?
What the hell? No.
Yes, read it for yourself.
She's got another kid.
And she and her son do not want anything else to do with Bam Margera. He's a liar. That's what.
How did she have a son? When did this happen?
Do you want me to tell you how she had a son?
Hold on. Hey, Nick. Honey,
did she really just ask that question?
Did you know that Priscilla Presley has a son?
Yeah, we were talking about it dinner the other night.
No, we were not. Stop the lies. Oh my. Oh, you and Priscilla, shut up. I'm going to throw this box of Kleenex at you.
Thank you, Nick. I knew you and Priscilla had that conversation.
No, she had a kid with someone else.
Google it.
Oh, I have to say goodbye to you because he's going to kill me now. He's going to take me out and back. And
hey.
He told me to say goodbye.
Okay.
That was the running joke to Lauren, to say goodbye to your mother now. Go kill her. I'm going to go throw her in the lake.
Well, we got to wait for her to come on and say goodbye.
Here, say goodbye to Beth now. Say goodbye to me now.
You don't get to go that way.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh. I did not know she had another son. How and when? No, I know how, but like a real son, she gave birth to. Not like adopted.
You gonna make me Google this?
No, I'm just stunned. You know why I'm stunned? Because she was always with. You sure it's not a grandson?
Priscilla's son, Navarone.
Like the Guns of Navarone?
Okay, now the article I read said Garcia, but this says, oh gosh, why would you do this to me? Garibaldi?
Czechoslovakian or something.
Garibaldi?
Is it
everything
Italian?
About Lisa Marie's half brother. She has a half brother.
That's the best kept secret in Hollywood.
Gosh.
Did you know it before this Bam Margera thing?
No.
Okay, so on God, that woman hid that child.
No, but I just told you.
But it's like, how do you hide a whole person?
Well, she hasn't been. Well, I guess she hasn't been.
She
that
stays
public.
in the public eye with Lisa,
but only
at
like
the ranch. No, not at the ranch.
Yeah, but only like a
the ranch. What is it? The ranch.
Graceland.
Yes,
I've been there. Have you been there?
No, ma'am.
I went. It's probably still as ugly today
I
as it
was
was
in
the day I went.
Tennessee once, and I went to we went to the Columbia. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
What did you do?
We have a private chat again.
Oh, could very well be that Patty was talked into it by some people who were whispering in her ear to safeguard money. But we're okay.
Is that possible? Is she gullible?
I'm with you, but where's the money? Because she's not saying, okay, this did happen, but here's the account. Take it. Yeah, it's yours. I was just doing it to help.
Yes, because if that really was the thing, you would say, okay, I invested it and it's all there. I don't want you to think bad of me. I'm your mother. I love you.
Look at the amount,
I love you.
Account.
You're my son. I wanted to make sure there was a nest egg because I got scared. And so that's believable. That's not what she did. She went banana cream pie, in my opinion, and she just started insulting his fans, his intelligence, the people working with him, anybody who follows him. She just went on scorched freaking earth. She went Batman little boy, just dropping nukes on her son. So I can't abide by that. I disavow. Give that name Lynn back. You hear me? Give the card back. Patricia.
Okay. We can't.
Seriously. We can't take that would work. What Brutally Honest said would work if her response had been, okay, here's the savings passbook. Here's your money with interest. Yes, I did it. I did it to help you. I'm a mother. Yes. True. Yes.
I think he would forgive her faster and more, and there wouldn't be all these issues if you could show.
I don't think Patricia's smart.
Here's the account.
In my opinion, I don't think she's very smart, though, then. Because we just explained it several different ways that she could have went. And it's too late to go now, Patricia, so don't steal our ideas.
Well, if she had it, don't you think she would already said, but no, this is where do you think she's
exactly?
I don't think she has it anymore.
No, I think Patricia's going to try and steal our ideas. I think she's
my alleged conspiracy is that she doesn't have that money.
I don't think she does it. And you know what? If I was I would have a Chanel bag. No, I would have a Louis Vuitton Never Full.
Yes.
Because I always wanted one. I bought a counterfeit one once. And I spent like $400 on it. It was stupid. 400 more, and I could have had a real one, you know. I'm talking like in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Not now. They're 1,200 or something. Well,
yeah, well, because the Never Fill bags, and you could tell. It's like if I hit you in the shoulder with it, boy, you felt it. It was like hard, like vinyl or something.
No leather there.
But she doesn't. Okay, if I had that Trans Am, I would be driving that thing.
Okay,
I'd be driving the wheels off of that thing. Okay, if I had that Trans Am. If I had that kind of money, I would not. I want to be the nicest way.
But she prefers vintage, so you got to know that about her too. That
okay, there's nothing about that woman that screams vintage. Okay,
you're missing all of her outfits of the day.
She's got no drip. Wait, did she do outfits of the day?
She did.
And what did it look like?
Vintage. She bought thrift store stuff and did vintage outfits.
Okay, vintage as in Kim Kardashian never should have put her fat ass into Marilyn Monroe's gowns. Vintage, in my opinion, and ruined those gowns, both of them.
Okay,
or vintage as in I have something in my closet from Montgomery Ward from the 80s.
No, well, there may be a few of those, but no, more vintage like
And I do. I have dresses from Montgomery Ward still.
Why you put me on the spot like this? Like pin-up girl dresses, the 50s.
Are they authentic though, or
I mean they're supposed to be? That she's going to thrift stores and vintage hunting them. She's looking for vintage stuff, not she's not going to Amazon.
And that makes it worse because if you portray yourself to be a woman of the 50s, June Cleaver, that's all I'm going to say. Oh, Nick said I have clothes to survive the Chicago fire. I have too much. But no, she just doesn't dress like it. She doesn't.
Hi, Happy.
Oh, thank you, Happy. Thank you.
We're on something today. I'm about ready to set her on fire. She keeps derailing my. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't. And this is your first live, and oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but she doesn't. And that's the thing. If you're going to portray yourself as, oh my God, look at this. I'm telling you, I saw that little selfie where she was on the phone with her friend, talking to that peahen. She didn't look like she was dressed to the nines to me.
Well, yeah.
Why does her hair look like that? Okay, no, I don't mean to say that. I'm just saying, Ryan, if you were my son, would you let your mother walk around with any hair, or would you like have a hair team on it? Because
I don't think he really cared. I honestly think he accepted her for how she was and what she wanted to do. She would wear prairie dresses sometimes too. There's just all
what's a prairie dress?
The ankle length, the little house on the prairie. Little house on the prairie, like up to the neck and long sleeves and
she dressed Amish.
Okay, if you want to say that. Prairie dresses.
No.
Vintage.
And she could have been driving around in that Trans Am.
I never saw her drive the Trans Am.
I don't think she did ever.
Happy, you gotta help me. She's lost it today.
I just
I need some reinforcement.
I'm not knocking her. Okay, I am knocking because I find the whole thing distasteful. I find it tactless. I find it disgusting.
Well, of course.
I feel it soul rendering. I feel so bad for that boy. I want to tell him, okay, honey, bring your dog and just come on over here and you can lay in the big bed and I'll just put TV on for you and we'll eat snacks.
That doesn't sound right, but I know what you're saying.
And we'll eat snacks and I'll start a fire in the fireplace.
Nick, she's going to put people in her bed.
Yep. No, I'm not going to be in there. He just needs to rest. He needs to think no, are you kidding?
I'm just covering you here.
Okay. No. And then we can take a ride over to his sister Lauren's and they can go, the snow's going to come soon. They can do the snow machines in their backyard. No, I don't think Lauren would share me though.
No, not even with Ryan Upchurch.
I don't know who he is. She just doesn't want to share me with anybody.
No,
because like friends and her girls, like, they get attached to me and want me to be their mother, and it's like, go away.
Chicago, you cannot
be driving the wheels off a class. I would love to, but why would you keep it in the garage and then sell it lock, stock, and barrel with the rest of the contents of your home that your son bought you?
Gee.
Why? Happy she's evil.
Stop.
No, she's not evil.
Okay, thank you.
She's just...
Take it back.
She's mean.
Take it back.
I take it back. She's mean. She's mean-spirited. She crushed his soul. That's the worst thing.
We think she's done some nefarious things to her son, and it's disheartening.
Okay. Here, this is not even a hot take. Just the things she said on social media that we saw with our own eyes and heard with our ears. I almost said mouth. Things that came out of her mouth.
Her mouth, not ours.
We ingested. Did we ingest it?
We had to.
Okay, so that's that nasty, caustic, acidic that hit us in the hearts that made us say we need to do a live.
Why is this happening? Why is she doubling down? How do we get past this? How does she get past this? Can you take your kid doing this too? No.
So we heard her say all that stuff, right? So it's not alleged. We heard it.
Well, yeah.
She is mean. She is mean-spirited.
Yes. That video was mean. The way she's coming at the camera and that was mean.
Patricia, I want my name back. Turn in your Lynn card. Like that.
I shouldn't have encouraged her. Why did y'all let me encourage her? I don't know why.
Yep. I can do that too, Patty. Patricia. No, you can't have Lynn anymore. I am the oldest of the Lynns.
Of course, we don't know for sure where the money houses went, but it didn't go back into the account of Ryan's because he would have said so.
True.
She conveniently sold two to people she knew and got Ronnie involved. True story.
Yeah.
Or just trying to be
we're trying to be kind. Bea likes to be kind to people, and she likes to give them a little bit of grace. Me just hearing them words that came out of her mouth.
She could rip her heart out with her out of her chest in a heartbeat. But that's not me. And we're not gonna let that happen today, okay?
Yeah. She it was caustic. It burned and it hurt my heart. And
it did mine too. That's why I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I just want to give that kid a hug and tell him that all mamas are bad.
Watching this stuff without it affecting you in some way to think, how can how can a mother?
How did she think she could do that though? She actually thought that she could go live in front of God and everybody and say mean things about her child that she gave birth to. Allegedly. Did the mother do it? Yes, she did. She did many YouTube videos. Happy, yes. And then she took them
Instagram. There was someone on Instagram, or it was on. It may have been on Instagram. It's both or one of. She had both Instagram and YouTube, and they came out through social media, so they were put out there. But then she deleted everything. So
people were smart.
Oh yeah, people have it. You know how that works. So
people downloaded it, and then they did comments. Even her son did it. So to watch the links that be put in the
description box.
In the description box, you can see the conversations and the things she said. That just doesn't sit right with me. If she was a stranger, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We see flame wars all the time online. But a mother to come, claim that creeksquad, his fans were evil and terroristic and nasty and mean and threatening her, and while on the other hand, when things were going good and the money was coming in, she's like, "Yay, Creek Squad, yeah, Creek Squad," and then she gave the peahen money to make merch instead of doing it for her son. And
Johnny Gobble, for those who are not paying attention to her not able to say the word.
Peahen. Because I can't, because then I start thinking necks, and then it gets like I want to vomit in my mouth.
Saw Ryan on TikTok going around showing properties that she bought. Poor guy was flabbergasted. Yes, that's where there's been so much, but that's one of the, can you imagine? Just
no. So Ryan, if you need a mama to cry to, I don't cost a penny. I just like people to pay attention.
But listen to me.
Pay attention to me. And take me to the eye doctor so I don't have to get canceled.
If she keeps canceling her eye doctor appointment, someone's going to have to take her to the eye doctor.
So I just, as mothers, we could not sit here and watch this and not speak on it because it doesn't sit right with our souls. Because it's just
tried every which way to Sunday to come out the other end of it. And how could this be fixed? And how can it be wrong? And how can it... any scenario, and it's just too hard to swallow that pill. And
there's nothing. I mean, we came up with ways had her response been different.
Yeah.
So had her response been said, so Patricia, don't try and use our responses because we'll know we said it. And
we said it first.
And it's December 15th. No, it's not.
Hello, it's February.
February 15th. Okay, it's February 15th. It really is at 1:27 p.m.
Can't do anything with her. Didn't even take her out of the house, and look what we get.
We've been live for 3.5 hours. So anything you hear that might come out of Miss Patty's mouth, I can't even do the Miss Patty thing. I can't. Vomit. I can't. Patricia, because of the other one. Yeah, so anything that comes out of her mouth that sounds reasonable to anything that we have said, stop it. Just stop it. Just give your son some peace. What the hell? That's got to be such a horrible thing on his mind,
Even one thing claiming people are out to kill her, come on, might be a bit of over-exaggeration. Absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
Especially if she's still, she was still.
The thing is that she's still his mother. Even if he disowns her.
At the front gate. She hasn't left.
Yes, that's true. And he's paying for that security. He's paying for her safety. What?
And his real name's not something. Why did you have to throw that out? She never gave the real name.
Oh my God, the alias thing.
She didn't give the real name, but she said his real name's not, was it Doug or Bruce? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. But it's really not his name. And I'm like, what did that matter to you?
I name people all the time. My pets have like 7 or 8 names.
Why did you even mention that? It had nothing to do with anything. And it's not like she doxed him and gave the real name.
Right.
She just,
The
that's
only
not his
reason.
real.
Okay, so think about this. Why would somebody throw that bone out there? A bone like that?
To go look for that person.
No.
To figure out who it is.
Mm-mm. If I told you and the people that follow me on YouTube, this is my name.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I'm honest. His brand is honesty. Being brutally honest.
Well, we're talking about the security guard.
Right.
Okay.
Follow this train.
Oh, God.
So
that's Ryan's guard. He still likes him.
Right. Ryan's thing is honesty. Honest to a fault, right? You don't. Yes, brutally honest. Yes. Ryan, honey, thanks for being a fan. We love you. Right. So Ryan is that way. That is the way he is.
Mm-hmm. So
the only intention behind saying that, in my opinion, okay, so this is the only reason why I think she said it.
So he's lying. It's a lie
to make him look like he's a liar face. Like, oh, he's not so honest with you people.
Because he told you his name is this and it's not.
Yes,
that.
Yes. In her simple mind, in my opinion.
Because at the end of the day, that doesn't make me go,
have my affliction,
Ryan lied to me. His bodyguard's name's really
but that's the only reason why you would say it with such spite and such venom as she did. And that's not even his real name. That's not even his real name. That's how it went.
I get you. I see what you're saying.
Ron, the security guard, who's not really Ron. That's not even his real name.
That's not his name. Oh,
it's to plant seeds, derision, to harm her kid, to harm him and his. You know what? It's blatantly obvious to us because we're good people and good parents, but I think the hard part for him is going to be when he has a forensic accountant come to see how long this has been happening. Like, how long ago did you put that first relationship where he said she was throwing out the dinner?
Brianna, that goes way back. So he's 31. It was 20.
Okay, so she's already deep sixing and dropping bombs, not wanting them to have a relationship, so no other woman could be there.
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
Opposite of Oedipus.
Possibly.
So if he's just finding out about that now, and how many girlfriends there's been in between, how many years has passed, and it never came up that, oh, she was making dinner and mom was throwing it in the garbage, and oh, she wasn't really cheating. That was mom lying, making up stories to sow means of mistrust. What did she get out of it at that point in time? She had to have done it for a reason.
But what? Yeah, true. But
what reason?
All I can think of, and I can't think of her reason for nothing. I can't come up with a valid excuse for anything she's done. But all I can keep thinking of is he's gonna have to keep realizing this, a new fun fact, not fun at all. Every day something new is going, and that, and triggering these. He's traumatized. He's got to be traumatized from what he's.
Yes.
It's like rapid fire. Every day something new is just.
I invite him to Texas. He can snuggle with the babies.
She almost forgot sabotaging his relationship.
Yeah.
How are you getting me off?
Why does it?
Like, get up and vacuum, girl. What you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just
lies on lies.
Put your earbuds.
I love you, Happy. I'm so glad you're back.
Me too. And not Allie, because I don't know. I lost my
yes.
Allie. Yep, it's
Happy's better. We love owls, but you're you and we love you. We are happy.
So hard. I was willing to go with it. I was willing to go all the way with it. Owie, 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 owie.
Yes.
But Happy was really hard to take off of it.
Yes, because it's a brand. It's a brand.
You have been happy for too long.
I choose Happy. It's a brand. It's a thing.
Belle swallowed my tea bag.
Oh my God. Oh, don't. The dog was licking it.
No. This is a different one. This is the one in my cup. And
does it say something?
It does. And this is
what does it say?
Well, you would have to ask, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Got your glasses on.
Compassion is the constant act of giving oneself to others.
He's very compassionate. He is. And I bet you he got that from his grandpa. I bet you he did. Listen to me having that southern twang. I abscond with people's accents. Like, no, I can't do New York.
It depends on how who I talk to the longest or last, and how strong my accent is. It comes and goes daily.
I pick it up and I'll throw it right back at you. I'm like, I'm the Oprah Winfrey.
Some days I'm just as country as can be, and other days I'm as I just can't. I don't know where it comes from. It just happens.
Because you live in Texas.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have the reason around me, but
oh my God, I wanted to see that. There's a little video clip called Ryan Found Buc-ee's.
Oh,
I want to go to a Buc-ee's so bad. I got a hat thanks to B. She sent me a hat from Buc-ee's because.
Am I gonna have to go to Buc-ee's and do a Buc-ee's tour?
Oh my gosh, would you? That's like just sounds like the best store.
Content.
Content incoming. Yes, the Buc-ee's tour, please. But he put it out there. I was like, I need to see that. I do.
He hates going to Buc-ee's. He gets anxiety going into Buc-ee's. It's so big. And
I think he doesn't like. Is it bigger than Sam's Club?
Maybe we'll have to go in the middle of the night.
Is it bigger than Sam's Club?
You know how well it's pretty big. Depends on which. There's some of them are bigger than others too. That's a whole nother. There's
okay.
Some, but they're all big, but some are bigger than others.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it probably is, but Sam's Club's higher, because of the
they stacked higher.
Stacked higher. So everything in Sam's Club, you feel, which may be the exact same size, but you have eye level view of everything.
Gotcha. And no chance of anything falling on your head either.
No, selfless and giving, including take it back repo, according to her. But I haven't seen anyone that truly said.
And he even said that. He commented on it. Remember?
Yeah. But I mean,
which is it? Am I an Indian giver?
That's
or I just talk about it.
That's his word. But I haven't seen anybody that truly can produce that they were given something and then he came and take it back.
You know what? You know what? I'm just going by gut feeling here. Okay, and I usually trust. So my gut feeling when I heard that was she had assumed that Ghost Ranch was going to be her place to live forever with the boys.
They're not all. They're not infants. They're not.
Oh, I know. They're the two minors.
They're teenagers. Right. They're not like.
I have a feeling she misconstrued it and thought that he was giving her that whole thing. And then when she bought separate houses, he said that he bought them all houses. So I would assume that's 4 houses that he bought. Brother number 1, the 2 brothers when they get older, and then Patricia. So what's going on with your thingy?
What'd I do?
Is there an earthquake? No, what's going on?
I'm talking.
Oh.
I'm looking at something. It's 241 acres. Oh, wait. No, it's in Cheetah. Okay.
That's big. Is that a football field?
Hold on. I'm trying to find the. Oh, 12 acres. 12 acres. Sorry. So the whole Cheatham County is 12 acres of land with this.
Buc-ee's?
Ghost Ranch. With Ghost Ranch. she go to? Help me get her back, okay? Come back here.
I thought you were talking about the size of Bucky's.
12 acres. She could have built her own home on an acre in the back lot or something if that's where she wanted.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes. Yes. Her actions are that of a guilty party, and you can't take that away.
Dog. She also does dogs. I forgot about the dogs. What does she do with the dogs? Does she sell them and breed them?
No, she's not a.
I didn't know nothing about the dogs until this
No.
moving process. That I can't move the dogs, and she has all these kennels and stuff. Yeah, there's dogs. I don't know what's the deal with the dogs. But that was part of her reason. And it's like, you know, how you put the fencing panels up.
A house that she sold with the contents included and the damn Trans Am. So she couldn't.
Miss Patsy is really acting so incredibly childish, spiteful, bitter, and most of all, she acts like she's caught. Agreed. That's what it acts like. I mean, we don't know what the truth is out there somewhere, but
9,000%.
It's hard to see it and not think that
there's no way we try to devil's advocate it.
It quacks like a duck. It walks like a duck. It looks like a duck. It's a duck, but it's
my God! Now I'm gonna have to send you the duck song.
I get a duck song.
No, it's bad.
Who does the duck for?
Natasha Cooper and
I don't want a Natasha Cooper nothing. Okay, you keep that in your own pocket.
Oh my God! It's a song. Oh my God! It's a song. It's
derails me.
Yes.
Throws me into the wolf.
Oh my! If you knew what was in my head, the lyrics to that song, you'd be saying, "Stop now! Cease, disavow the duck song."
I don't want nothing to do with Natasha Cooper. Okay.
I think after this, we need to watch that 6-minute video for sure. You and me.
Yeah.
I think all he can do is probably do his best to cut his losses. It's not weak to get therapy, just so you know, Ryan. It's not weak. It's not, because holler men are holler men, right? It's a special breed of country boy, you know.
You don't have to tell nobody. Just go on and do your thing. And
that song, A Country Boy Can't Survive. It's like, I love that song. But yeah, it's there's no shame when you've been so.
It's got to be
disenchanted.
Yes, but like
life ruination coming from your mother.
You remember me? This has nothing to do with it. It's just the I can't think of the words to describe it, but like, so, you know, there's a video of me, of who I am. Mm-hmm. My parents separated after I was conceived, and the divorce was final when I was 6 months old. So it was what it is. That's I still had a dad. He was over there, but you know, not daily, not weekly, not, you know, I just knew I had one. I went to see Graham. I went to see his mom. But anyway, fast forward to where, gosh, how old was I? I was like, I was in my mom's basement. So probably, oh God, probably 15 years ago. Probably. Mm-hmm. And I found a photo album, and it's one of those old ones. I don't know if it's one of those real nice, like how they used to do portraits everywhere. And it was a real sturdy, our family in gold across the white, embossed all around, you know, not that one that's like out of cloth or nothing. I'm talking that really fabulous one, you know?
Yes.
Leather.
Nice leather ones.
I flip it open, and there's mom, dad, brother before me, and it stops. And I never really connected, you know, it didn't, at that moment, I was just like blown away, and it still didn't really mean anything, but it was just this, I had this picture that everything was normal, that this is what it was. But then there was this family at one time that I wasn't part of. And so it was kind of just like, what the heck? So I can only imagine what just waking up one day and everything you've known to be normal is no longer normal. And you don't know what it is. It's just a whole new awakening.
His life is forever changed.
I heard the dogs, but didn't hear one damn dog in the background. But maybe she bought a shed full of dogs somewhere. Or maybe I just didn't hear it.
Hiding them. She's hiding them. She's buying them and selling them and hiding the profits.
Yeah. So
he woke up and
everything he knew wasn't what he knew.
Yeah.
Everything he thought he knew.
Time he was with his mom, the last hug he got was going to be the last hug. I mean, she had to be walking on that thin rope the entire time she was doing this to him.
Yeah.
Knowing that it could be the last time. So she had that information in her head. He didn't.
Maybe. Well,
no, but if by any chance anybody's who know therapy's a good thing.
Yes.
You don't. It can
totally encourage therapy.
Yes. At least someone.
At least to process your thoughts.
Yes, to help you do that, and make sure that they're psychiatrists so that they can't do it because doctor's oath. They can't go talk to the press or your mom.
I don't think even a therapist can, honestly. I don't think they can. You can sign documents that they can, but I don't think they can actually do that.
I don't know legally so much. I'm not sure.
It's really devastating if something like that happens with families. Sobering event in life. True.
It is. And that's what makes my heart hurt for him more, because he went to bed 6 weeks ago thinking things were fine and was moving his studio so it could get remodeled. It's a good thing, right?
That was a wake up.
It could be a storm warning coming from the ring. All sorts of things happen with the Ring doorbell now.
Oh, we had one of those this morning too. I don't know. I thought it was going to rain, but
no, it's going to storm. It's going to be like whiteout conditions. So, we got the generators going, and well, not going, but they're in the house. And yeah, I hope he takes good care of his mental health. I hope his friends and people who actually give a crap about him are looking in on him. Yeah. Bring him some meatloaf, make some mashed potatoes. I like meatloaf. It makes me feel good. And mashed potatoes with corn and a little bit of gravy, and you mix it all in. I like that.
Just put it in one bowl and be done with it.
Yeah, I know. And make sure he's eating and taking care of himself.
Yes.
And throwing himself into work.
Actually, and I may be wrong, but from my perspective, he looks good. There was a time I was kind of concerned, and I don't know what went on with him and Bethany and how whatever's in that. I'm not even trying to touch that, but he actually looks good. There was a time that he was heavy. There was a time that he's never looked like death's door. Don't get me wrong, but he actually looks like he's taking care of himself and that he's in a good place, even though all this is happening. It needs to stay that way.
Yes. It does need to stay that way. That's the thing. So I hope people are checking in on him, and I hope, even if he just needs to go live and be queen of delete. No, he's a king. He would be king of delete.
No, he's very good. If you keep track of him, he's very good at expressing himself, and if he feels like he's got something to say, he will say it at any time, day or night.
That's like a whole album worth of songs. Have you ever had a mother? Could you imagine?
No ducks. I don't know.
Because honestly, the way society is today, I think there are probably more treacherous parents and siblings than what we know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is, brutally honest, there are so many things.
there's so much happening, and it's like piling on and piling on and piling on. So I mean, it's potential to happen, but he does seem to.
We just need to keep his eyes look devastated. His soul looks devastated. And when I say it made me want to cry.
Yeah.
Hear my voice going up.
Yeah.
I can't cough it up. It's not happening. It's damaged.
Well, we're going to have to get off here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
Oh my God. First live, almost 4 hours. Congratulations.
I got my chatty Cathy over there. I can't help myself.
Who? Oh, I'm not chatty. That was all you.
Oh, it helps. It helps to have a chatty Cathy with you. So,
and thanks for the audience. Thank you guys so much.
I do. I appreciate you here now. I appreciate brutally honest. Thank you for coming. If anybody watching on replay, like, subscribe, do all those things. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Do the YouTube stuff. Subscribe and hit notifications for all notifications. I think we're going to do this again.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, this is her first time.
It's my first time. And you were my first.
Yes. You were. You're the first one outside. Yes.
Thank you.
100%. Oh, thank you. I'm sure we'll visit it again because it seemed like other Curls wants to talk about it. Well,
there's more, I'm sure. And it's not over is the sad part, I don't think. So, I mean, even I want to watch this video. I'm going to watch this video. My thing about that too is that I want you to watch not other people. How do I put this? I'm yet to feel that I need to show a video and react to that video, like start, stop. I'm not there yet. That's just, and that's not because I don't feel comfortable. It's because I want this to be, this is something that I heard on the internet, something I followed and been involved in, and it hit me in my heart, and it made me want to speak with my mouth and find my voice to say something about the situation. So that's kind of where I'm coming from on my channel so far.
It was fully organic, and this was just something that.
And the only thing I have are her.
Everybody heard.
I wanted to quote her directly, so that's the only thing I have as far as there's no script to this situation. I just wanted to
link the videos where her own words are.
I want you to hear Ryan. I want you to hear her. And like I said, that the other young man, I don't know. I found him recently, and it's just he's a
breath of fresh air.
He will throw the Johnny Gobble for you, so you know that hen person that she's got.
Peahen. Peahen.
Just watch that, and I want you to form your own opinion. I'm not trying to sway anybody into what I think. So that's just where I'm at right now. And I mean, things may change, everything's subject to change, but that's how I've come at this moment, is just to come from my heart and what affected me and what we've had discussions. Chicago and I've had discussions offline, online.
We talk a lot. We're on
just
the phone.
Need to hear those things
daily, and it's just gut wrenching.
It is. I feel so bad for him. So
I know. Oh, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Really do.
Yeah, we're just going to put the good vibes out there, say a couple of prayers for him, and just
keep him going.
That's just, I couldn't imagine. I would have crumbled by now.
Definitely.
But yeah, so I'm just going to say it again. Seeking help is not a bad thing. You can do it privately. Nobody's got to know.
Yep.
Reach out to a preacher, your pastor. That's also a good thing.
I may be wrong. I'm just going to, but I think he had, and professional help is always encouraged, but I do think he has at least a small network of people still that he's good with. So I really do.
I hope so, but
I think that's
when you wake up in the morning and you think your mom's your mom and has your back and she's your best friend and then that gets taken away. Sometimes the only person you can really actually go to at that point in time would be like your priest or a professional.
Pastor, therapist.
Right. Priest, pastor, reverend.
I'm not Catholic, so it's hard for me to say priest.
Oh.
No, I'm whoever you're
right. Whatever religion you follow. Yes. So sometimes that's the best step to take if you're not sure who to trust now. Because I'm sure he's got to be questioned.
There's definitely got to be trust issues. I can only
imagine being 30 and have that happen to you. We're our age, and it's still like unfathomable. I know I said it already. So that word.
It's not fathomable.
Right. Correct. It's not.
Unfathomable.
Correct.
She keeps me on my toes. Do you see this?
It's a word. It's just hard to
swallow. Up if you can't find the right one. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, is it really not a word?
It is a word. I'm pretty sure it's a word.
It might not be. I make them up anyway. It doesn't matter. Well, part of Lynn speak.
Brutally honest. This is
my God, little baby.
Oh. My pup is a white face all of a sudden. My pup is always in my lap. I can't.
That's her. Well, you're her support human. What do you expect?
I sit here and hold 20 pounds for hours on end.
Leg lifts.
Wow.
So you're going to complain about having strong thighs. First world problems. I have to have a dog on my lap. Oh. You'll miss it. Trust me.
I will. I'm not complaining.
Every time. That's always my response to you.
I hope he has friends and maybe think his nephew to talk to. Yeah, they're very close and he looks like a good guy.
Yes.
Faith, he looks out. Yes, I think there are some people in his corner that aren't shady or hurting him.
I hope so. Well, who would have thought his mother was the shady lady that she turned out to be with just the words that came out of her mouth? Not even without needing evidence.
Even just the aftermath of you're a liar. People are cults. All of it's just too much. I can't. It's in there. It's in this video somewhere. Go back and listen to it because listen to her own mouth. It's not in that one though. The one that I have pinned below is not the one that she says the Creek Squad people, but it is online. If you just Google her name, I mean not Google, but in the YouTube search,
in the YouTube thing, you can
put it up there and it will pop up. And there's another video, and it's absolutely there. So out of her mouth. So.
I'm sure we will visit this again. I'm sure. Yep.
Nope.
I'm positive that we will visit this topic again.
Well,
because it seems like a lot of people want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And Patricia, if your son tries to go, let him go. Let him do what he needs to do.
I honestly don't think she's chasing after him from what I gather, from what I've seen go on there. I don't think so. Then
the only reason you keep putting stuff out is for a response.
Good night. So where are you, brutally honest? Not where, but what
probably just stayed up all night to watch us.
What content? Thank you for coming. I really do appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for coming. Very nice talk, and thank you for
have sweet dreams.
Yes. And there will be a next time. But yeah, so shall I bow out now and you say your goodbyes and wrap up? Oh, you're in the Netherlands.
That's even awesomer. I appreciate it.
It is night.
I like that. I like it a lot.
Sweet dreams. Oh my God. Nice.
I love it.
The Netherlands. That's awesome. Oh my gosh.
No, I just want to. I'm just gonna thank you for coming, and I do appreciate you. You have sweet dreams. It's only 1:57 Central Standard Time here in the U.S.
Can I show my gift real quick?
Oh, sure. Show your gift. I forgot.
My son-in-law went somewhere, and he brought me this back. Because I'm a graffiti head. I love it. Can you see it?
Yeah. Come closer
to the person that does it has Instagram there. Can you make it out?
I don't know, but you can put it in the comments.
Canvas XIII, Canvas 13. But look at her bubble gum. It has the Chanel logo in it.
It's hard to see. Maybe so Chicago has her own page, and
I can put it in my comments.
We can do a community post.
Yes, I'll do that.
So in the Are you linked? I linked you to the description box, right?
Yes. I don't know.
If you click on her name in the description box, it should take you to her channel. And then, yeah, she doesn't need subscribers. She's I don't know what her problem is, but anyway, so she can post a good picture of it, a close up on the community tab, and give the Instagram.
I wasn't even thinking about doing that, but thank you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it now. I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. I love graffiti. Yes, Marilyn Monroe is the again. You see, that's class. If she invested in art, okay, we're okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for talking with me.
For coming hanging out with me. Thank you for Vivi for weighing my lap down. Yes. Brutally honest. I'm so honored for you to come and visit with us from the Netherlands. I do appreciate that a whole lot. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.